it, you know what I'm saying? It plays on your consciousness, you know what I'm saying? It deals with
Robert.
your character.
Rahubat, Gadad.
Rahubat. Yeah, it deals with your, you know, with your character, you know, it deals with a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and as a person, you know, in life, when you grow up, you start to realize you want to be a better person, you know,
Right.
and you want to be an example for the youth, or you want to be an example for people that's watching you. So you have to be mindful of the things that you do, not just on social media, but in real life. You know what I
Yes.
mean? All of that plays a part into you as a person, your character. You know, that's why I like, you know, wearing my brand. You know, I go outside and I wear my brand. When people ask me about my brand, I'm like, you know, yeah, this is my brand. This is what I wear. This is what I represent. This is culture. You know, you got any questions you want to ask me? I don't have no problem, you know, answering questions. You got any historical questions you might want to ask me? Heck, I might not have a problem answering that either. You know, it's all about, you know, knowledge and self-awareness, and, you know, each one teaching one is very important, that we learn to start spreading a message on a more wider, you know, range than social media. Because you got to ask yourself sometimes, you know, what if we don't have social media? Then what? How are we going to spread our messages?
Right. Exactly, that part. And that's where it goes into play of real life. You know what I'm saying? When you're in real
Yeah.
life, when you get to talk to people, I often find myself having conversations with people in real, just off the pendant that I wear, you know what I'm saying? Representing the Enneads and everything like that. Like, people look at the medallion and they ask me certain questions like Nagaru, and I'll just, you know, and it sparks conversation, and you can really get a ability to teach and be, you know, that energy in real life. Like, you know, it's good to, you know, talk to people online and be able to help as we can on Instagram and stuff. That's amazing. But it's a kind of energetic feeling when you're in front of somebody, to, like, you know, see the person, like, wow, you know, light bulbs are going off in their heads. They're like, wow, you know, this is, you making sense, you know, like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's up, Faise?
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing?
Roll back, roll
Hey,
back.
Rahobet,
Chilling,
fantastic.
chilling.
Chilling. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just talking about some of everything, some of everything. We don't went from online to the music industry, and you know, just you know, image, how you know, what type of image that you put out for the youth, or just what type of image that you put, you know, in general, you know, how people
Mm-hmm.
portray you to be, or, you know, any of that type of stuff, you know. And so we were just freelancing pretty much. So you could freelance too.
Mm.
I feel you. I just been resting my voice lately. You know what I mean? That's probably why y'all ain't been hearing me on all these platforms, stuff like that. Just been resting my voice, getting it back right.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sometimes you need that, you
Mm.
know.
I feel that.
Sometimes you need that. What's wrong with your voice?
I've been overusing it. You know what I mean? Think about it. Have you ever got on and I wasn't speaking? You know what I mean? I
No,
always
no,
saying something. So
no. That's why I was like, that's why I'm like, oh, okay, hey, Faith, are you okay? Tabli,
yeah,
good.
it was probably supposed to been gone out, but I think the person who's like over my voice controls on the craft, they forgot they got to make sense. They're like, oh shit, we got to at least make it seem like he go hoarse. We can't let
Right, they're adding
we
this.
can't let this man just talk all the damn time. That's gonna look bad.
Mm.
So
Right.
yeah, they put me on restriction.
Like a
They got you
broadcast, they
on
say.
restrictions.
Yeah,
Well, give me
but
a
it's
code.
necessary because
Give me a code.
when I'm on, go ahead.
No, I was saying I was gonna give him a code so they think that, you know what I'm saying, he just got cold. That's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
it
yeah.
is. You know what I'm saying?
Just take them out for like 3-4 months. But what it does is it let me see. You
Yeah,
know.
I was about to say, yeah, give you the ability to sit back and
Hmm.
watch and see things on so many different levels, you know. And I mean, I go through the same thing sometimes. Sometimes I'll, you know, I'll take breaks and, you know, I won't say much, but I'll just sit back and just watch, you know. So
Mhm.
all of that is actually very important, you know. Sometimes you know, when you're talking, you might miss something, you know.
Yeah.
That's a
So
fact.
that's something, you know, just to be mindful of, you know, is every time it's not, sometimes you got to let somebody else speak, sometimes only not just because, but just because they might have a message that might need to be said, that you might need to know, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. And sometimes it may not even be that person that's trying to tell you this message, you know. It could be an entity that is within that person that wants to share a message with you that was meant for you, you know what I mean, to hear, and sometimes, we do, it's normal, the way that, we all talk, when we get excited, we cut each other off and stuff like that.
Mm.
But, sometimes we might miss a message, just by doing that, so I've learned to, just sometimes, be quiet and just listen, yeah. And that's just speaking in general everywhere, not just just not just on social media, just when you're around people and or you're in a crowd or anything. Sometimes listening could just save your life.
Absolutely. And that's the be able to sit back and to, it's even in the art of war, like to be able to sit back and to be able to listen, you know what I'm saying, to what people got to say. Like that's really like the last 3 months, like I haven't been live. Like I was just telling Uma, I haven't been live in the longest time because for one, I went in meditation. I was like, all right, my ancestors, Pasalafu, overseers are, my incarnations telling me like, yo, you need to study, you need to sit down, you need to study, you need to get these books, all these books, but you ain't, how many of them you read? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's accountability on my part. Well, you really got to sit down and really like put into practice what you learn and also what you're learning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, things like that. But also as you're sitting back, you get to see, what people are talking about, what they're doing, how they're moving. And if you're talking, you know what I'm saying, you ain't listening to us, no one else, like you said. So I ain't visualizing nothing. So yeah, so it's like, it's a really good thing. I really appreciated it. The moment of silence, you know what I'm saying? It did well for me,
Mm-hmm.
I'll say. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
yeah.
I ain't gonna fry. I appreciate it too. The moment of silence during my initiation, it was quiet. It was just quiet, peace and quiet. I had was, tools of learning. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I had books. I did work here and there, but the majority of the time, oh no, it was all about learning self, listening to yourself, listening to your inner self. Because sometimes we want to hear ourselves, but we're not realizing that someone else inside of our DNA might want to speak to us, and we may not hear them because we haven't gotten to that point of being able to meditate, where it's easier messages getting across. So
Mm.
sometimes you just have to learn to just humble yourself and just let the messages come through. So something I'm learning that more and more. Shoot, I remember before when I used to go live, I would get pissed off. I'd be cussing people out. You this, you that, da 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 da. Nowadays you don't even catch me doing that. I won't waste my time to do it because I realize that also, energy is power.
Right.
And the energy that you put out, that energy that you keep putting out to people, some people, they're energy vampires. So they want your energy so bad. They want you to exert that negativity, or they want to hear you yell and scream just
Mm-hmm.
so that it defames your character to other people that may not even know you. A person may not know you. They might come on your social media during that time and moment, and they hear you on, or this person's this, and they may not have here that prey on that type of energy that they feed on. We live in a world where nowadays we don't even know what people are. We don't know who they
Mm-hmm.
are. We don't know what their connection is to what species. You know what I'm saying? Because we're definitely living in a world where there's so many species out here that we do not know of. So yeah, it's very important for us to sometimes sit back and watch, pay attention, and see that person for who they are. Because eventually, a person will definitely tell you who they are. They can't hide it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, they can't hide it, no matter what.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, it's very good. I'm glad that it's happening the way that it did. You said something just now. I was about to elaborate. Slipped my mind just now, but it will come back to me. But yeah, yeah, yeah. So meditation and sitting down and meditate. Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say. So I had an experience, like to your point, was what I, and is anyone that has their own experience, what I'm saying, can vouch for the voices that you may hear in meditation. But my personal experience that I had was actually when I was when Ramsey. This is the first time I ever said the chants or was hearing about the chants back when Ramses had the Yaninist movement, whatever the case may be. But he was, we had a group and we would, get on the call on the group during it was my first fast, the first 9-day fast. It was a winter solstice fast I did. It's probably back in 2000, maybe 20 or 2021. Nevertheless, I remember we did the fast, and this is like on the fourth or fifth day fast, and excuse me, and the fourth or the fifth day of the fast, what happened was I was, we were chanting, I was meditating, and during the chant, and I think he was saying the chants at that time, but he was basically saying after we do the chant, what you do is you sit and you meditate, and you'll, if you're, clean enough or you're available enough, you'll be able to make connection with Pasalaf, the ancestors or the overseers. And I remember hearing their voices. At that point in time, one of the things that it was said to me was your voice, your mind is hyperactive. They basically were saying you got to calm down. See, a lot of people's minds, like the way I talk sometimes is the way how my mind works. It'd be like, you be talking a million miles an hour, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
whoa, you got to slow down, like process what you are saying. And then, that's always been my thing, is like to slow everything down, because that's how you're able to really, digest things at the rate that you need to digest them for you to internalize them. And then they can start to spark and activate, the memory glands, what I'm saying, neurological pathways and DNA, what I'm saying, for you to express that internal, self. So I got that message during that moment of meditation from Pastor Lafu, and that was a very powerful thing. And actually, through SMI and learning how to breathe properly, in through the nose, out
Mm-hmm.
through the
Out
mouth,
through the
like
mouth.
in the visualization. Yeah, like the master teacher was saying, like
Mm-hmm.
the way that you breathe will affect the way that you think.
Mm-hmm.
And by you practicing these breath techniques and these meditations, even like concentration techniques, where you can hold a candlelight in a pitch dark room, and then hold
Mm-hmm.
that candlelight, look at that candlelight for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then blow the candlelight out, and then you're gonna and close your eyes, and you'll have that vision inside of your mind where that candlelight is going to be right there in the center of your sight, in the center of your foresight, and you just got to hold it. And these are exercises that you can do to help with concentration, but these all help with our spiritual practices, where some people meditate and they're like, well, I'm not experiencing anything, or I'm not tapped into anything, or it's not working. Like, well, is it not working, or are you not working? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like,
Right. Right.
you know, it's so it's duality of that, but it's definitely the method, what I'm saying, to how these practices are to be done. And yeah, that's just my little tidbit of what I experienced. It was very profound, so.
Hmm. I've definitely, I've definitely gone through stages where I've done meditation and I've gotten downloads, even maybe not necessarily while I'm awake, but also in a dream state, because of course, sleep is also a form of meditation. Um, so, it's definitely when your body is at peace and is at ease, less frequencies going off in your head, less distractions, is less of all of that. So you're able to get more downloads from, your ancestors or from any higher being or any higher power that's trying to get message to you. Heck, believe it or not, when you're doing a form of meditation or even just concentrating long and hard enough, a person can walk up to you and you will know everything about that person. Their body language will tell you everything about that. And that's still a form of a download that you don't realize is being given to you as a form of a warning. You know what I mean? So it's very interesting to me when it comes down to spirituality, when you learn to collect yourself, or better yet, when you actually learn yourself, when you learn yourself not just as the physical being but also the spiritual being. And when you're learning the spiritual being as yourself, which is take the time out to sit in a room by yourself, no voice, and a lot of people can't even do that, believe it or not. A lot of people can't sit in a room by themselves and just think. And sometimes you have to take the time out to just sit there and think. There's things that may not come to you when you're active, but it will come to you when you're calm and you're relaxed and you're at peace, because a lot of people, they do say it's hard to meditate, you know so because it's hard to meditate for a lot of people, you have to to, start by just taking the time out to be at peace. Cut your TV off, cut your radio off, cut your social, turn your phone off, whatever. All of these little things can help you to get in tuned, or, to help you to see things on different levels that is meant for you to see. Your message is going to get to you no matter what. It's just sometimes it might take longer. You might go through those ups and downs, those humps, and it could have been avoided. It's that you haven't sat down to actually get in tune with yourself to figure out what it is. Was big, a part of divination. You go to your spirits and you ask them, do you see any debris in my path? Do you see clarity in my path? Do and all of this is important because sometimes, you may not be able to connect directly with them, to be able to have these forms of communication. This is why the divination system is very important, because that also teaches you how to also be able to communicate and get in tune with your ancestors and get messages that you need to help you long term. They might be able to help you, you know what I mean, to see things in your future that you don't see. And that's really what the divination system is for, is to help you, to get on the right path that you're supposed to be on. And remember, there's blockages everywhere, but a lot of blockages can be removed. It's just all up to you. You have to be ready, willing, and able. It starts with self. And there goes my,
Yeah.
and I was say, and there goes my throat.
Nah, that's real. I like that. I also grounding too, like stepping on the earth, getting outside in the third in nature. Like when you're out there, like I went to the river today, on the reservation. Um,
Mm,
yeah, because I'm in an area right now where there's a lot of American people, and I talked to one of the tribal members, and she allowed me to go on the reservation, which is not accessible to like the general public.
right. Yes.
And
Not.
and when you go there, there is it's very serene. It's away from like Wi-Fi, 5G towers and stuff like that, and it really does help. Excuse me, with the center of you being able to connect. What I'm saying, like when you're out there away from these 5G towers, all interconnected like a web. It's funny how they call it the Ethernet or the Ethernet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or when they call it the internet. You know what I'm saying? So each tower, 5G tower, is connected to another 5G tower, and it creates this web, what I'm saying, that can, block certain frequencies, and it can distort the way that you're thinking, the way that you think. Even EMF, electromagnetic pulses that get sent out, they disrupt the cells in the body. So, a lot of this stuff is why it's very important when you guys can, is to get to some of these national parks, go deep into the forest, get outside of the grid when you can. You know what I'm saying? Like when you can.
Yeah, I mean, today I was planting. I went in my garden and started, planting some more fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. I don't know. I get in these moods where I'm like, okay, I feel like going outside and, working on my garden. I have rosemary. I have all kinds of things that I'm growing, but I'm trying to grow some new things. So that's kind of like a way for me to get in tune with nature as well. Give to nature. You know, I believe that, if everybody, like, I've always said to myself, I know this sounds corny to people. I know this sounds really corny, but rather than planting flowers and stuff, why don't we plant fruits and vegetables? And that way we're able to actually, have resources that we can actually support one another with. I
Was
don't
Pops
see
doing
no
that on
point
the
in growing
land?
flowers,
Was
huh?
that on the land? And was Pops doing that on the land with the math teacher? Was he doing that on the land, like with the trees and planting like fruits and stuff? I don't know what
Well,
it was like. So
in the woods, we had certain fruits and vegetables and nuts and stuff like that. Sometimes I would tell my brothers to go, get me some muscadine grapes and some pecans and stuff like that. So we had resources on our land, and it was going to expand. We just haven't, it was that he was at that part where he was going to start putting more out there, but we definitely already had some resources there that we were able to live off of. But of course, people want more than just groups, fruits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's up, Moody? I see you in the building.
Yo,
Huh?
what did Tabitha Jet mean when she said Pops is free on paper?
What, saying that they're legally holding him against his will?
Yeah, but what that
That's the
mean
only
though?
thing. That's the only thing I could assume, is that they're legally holding him against his will. Meaning that even though so like if you looked at that, remember those recanted statements that I sent you?
Yeah.
So you seen how in the recanted statement, one of them also had a newspaper article proving that all of it was that these people have recanted their statements,
Mm-hmm.
and they never brought forth that in court or anything like that. That could be what she's talking about. I'm gonna I'm gonna assume that that's what she's talking about.
Okay.
But on paper, I haven't seen any documents. And as you see me. As soon as they send me a document, I'll be like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, look what Moody said. He said she been saying she had a document that can free him, but she won't give it to him. Oh,
Wait,
well, there you go.
what? Tabitha Jet?
Y'all, well, you heard it yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so sad because a lot of people, they want control. You know, they want control, and they feel like with him being where he's at, they have more control over him that way than him free. So these people do what they do to have access. And heck, it helps to build them. Look, I mean, y'all see what's happening. Y'all see what's happening. Sure. It is what it is. It is what it is.
I don't know. It's the way she was saying it. It's different than how I done heard the other conversations.
How
She
did
kept
she
saying she was on live. She kept saying it. She was like, Bob is free on paper, and she about to go handle something for him. Whatever it is, I don't know. But okay. I was trying to see if you knew what she was talking about.
Moody would probably know more than that, because after that whole situation on her slander campaign, I was like, I'm not paying this lady any mind. Okay, I just was like, yeah, I'm over her. It's just that simple. I call
Yeah.
myself, communicating with her to make peace for everybody so that we all can work together collectively to get things done. But, if you're gonna catch a tantrum because I don't want to go live on your platform, then I can't I can't do that.
D D Pillar says Tabitha Jet has a complaint against Judge Toyle. I don't know who Toyle is,
Judge
but
Royal,
so yeah, he probably meant
Judge
he's Royal. He probably meant
Judge
Royal. He said,
Royals.
oh,
So
okay.
the thing is with Judge Royal, which is Royal Ashley, Judge Royal Ashley. What it is it's a conflict of interest to my father's case, because one of his wives' father was also he was also the judge on one of her cases, or her father's, when they left a sponge inside of his body. So technically, Ashley Ashley Royal was not supposed to be a part of that case, because it's technically a conflict of interest. But I'm assuming that that's what she's talking about, if that's what they're talking about.
Says Judge Ashley C. Royals.
Yeah,
Judge, yeah, that's it. Okay.
yeah.
Anybody made any motions to have him transition to a medical facility yet?
No, they haven't. Oh, you must have gotten the new updates then.
No, it's a part of the prophecy.
Okay, so like, oh no, the reason why I asked is because, that was something that was of mention
Mhm.
in the new updates, that, his health. Hold on,
No,
let me pull it up.
I don't have this. I don't. I don't be around them. I just listen. I
And
pay attention and I listen.
it's crazy how they treat the elders and because I'm thinking once you get to a certain, I don't know how it is in the jail cells, especially when it comes down to prisons, not jail cell, not jail but prison. I mean, but when you're in a situation like that, especially a supermax, you would think that they would have more attentive, what I'm saying, focus on people that are getting of certain age or elderly, what I'm saying, and catering to their health. Because I mean, like, what kind of consequences are there for people that are just, running a jail, but it's like a madhouse and they're not taking care of people's health, like.
Isn't there a transitional hospital? Like, don't don't the people who are residents of these prisons or captives have the option of not just going home, but also being able to be transported to a transitional hospital before they come home?
To
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, that's if they have them on the list to be transferred. Yeah, sometimes they do have, places where they could transfer these people, as well as medical transfers and stuff like that. And, like the main thing that I've been stressing is like there's a such thing as cruel and unusual, unusual and cruel punishments. You know, he's been incarcerated for 22 years. And, at this point, you already see all the recanted statements. I mean, at this point, it's like, how much more can we show before y'all realize that this man is being set up, or that this was all a conspiracy, or as what he mentioned, it's a land grab? I
Mhm.
mean, and the more research that I've been doing, as well as continuously still doing, researching more of the property and stuff like that. Now I'm at the point where I'm researching for Shady Dell Road and the breakup of the property and all of that. And it's still, I'm still seeing the same thing. It seems to me like, this whole thing, it was literally just a land grab. It's
At
very
at
unfortunate.
this look like it's like this. At this point, what does he need? Like, if he needed help at all with anything right now, what does he need help with?
Right now I'm working on a lawyer for him.
Moody just said something. He said, when it's a private prison, when it's a private prison, they need family to be active, and I mean biological family. That's what he said.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was definitely mentioned. Yeah, that was actually one of the last things that was mentioned. They were asking Victoria Broussard, when she went in and talked to the prison on his behalf of certain things. They kept asking, where's his biological family? They were like, all these people that keep coming in and out of here, we're very aware that these people are not his biological family. So that's why people are reaching out to other people, or reaching out to children, or reaching out to people trying to figure out how they could get access to him through his family now. Because the prison is now catching on to the bullshit. It's 22 years. Come on, man.
So look,
They see what's going on now at this point, you know?
what does he need right now? Okay, like what would he need? Meaning, if what would Pop say he need right now if there was anything people needed to do? Because what it looked like to me is Pop been getting himself out. What it seems like to me is he been getting himself out of the situation,
Mm-hmm.
and then there are some people who've been helping him while he's been in the situation. But
Mm-hmm.
everything he said from all these calls I've been listening to and all these letters, it's like he was getting his stuff done. He was making sure that he could get the birth certificate. One of the last things he was saying he needed was something with the birth certificate. Um, this is something that I was privy to read with my own eyes, and this was 2022. And he was like, he was thanking the sister for looking out for him, putting money on his books, stuff like that. But Pop's been handling his own business,
Mm-hmm.
is what it seemed like. And it was a lot of discrepancies, things that people probably didn't even know that he was expressing. And it's interesting because they've been pushing a whole different thing, but what he was saying regarding the birth certificate was a whole different thing. So it seems as though the help that he actually be needing, people ain't getting them, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And
He's been speaking about. I mean, he's been speaking about his health for a long time. He's been asking people to clear his name.
yeah, so check this
for
out.
a long time.
When is the clemency program rolled out this year?
You said when did what?
Around what time will they be rolling out? And they always have a clemency program when one of their people are about to get out of office. Don't they? They had one in 2020, right? That's how Kodak and the rest of them people was able to get out, party.
Oh yeah. Yep. I know what you
Oh
mean.
yeah, it's it'll be during the next presidency, whoever's elected.
To get pardoned,
Nah,
right?
when
Either
they
Trump
coming
or
out, when they going out of office, they are able to sign people out of
Yes.
prison, right? One of the things you said was cruel and unusual punishment,
Yes.
right? And we have many documentation. We have plenty of documentation, audio, video, all kind of things about the torture and the torment from the beginning. Is anybody pushing for clemency?
You know, we've written the White House already. My mom actually was the one that did it. So we were actually waiting for a response back from that to see what happened. But the people who was working with us in regards to that, you know, they just went dormant. You know, once they done got the information and seen that we had access to be able to do certain things, a lot of these people done got quiet. So we honestly, we got to put in another one.
Okay, so here's what I know, right? There's a certain thing called the court of public opinion, all right? Or the masses court, the court of the masses. One of the reasons why I've been fighting for this platform, okay? I don't know what he needs because I can't get everybody to sit down in one room and really see what he needs, like what he's saying he needs. Everybody got the lawyers, everybody got this going on, that going on. We can't get everybody to sit in one room to be like, this what Pop is saying he needs done, so it can just get done. So here's what I'm saying, right? We can exhaust all of the avenues at one time. We can go to the masses and push heavily about the torment, okay? And make that loud about how he's been tormented, all the documents, all this other stuff, anything we can get about the torment that was taking place. It may appear to be a pathos approach, but let me tell you something that I know. I know people don't like to know that people are being tormented, right? And again, I don't know what Tabitha Jet got going on. She was trying, last thing I heard, she was raising 10,000, saying she needed to do something for him. Here's the only issue. The only issue is I'm not able to hear what he's saying because of all the confusion. If I could just hear what he's saying, like what is it that you need, Pop? Because they're not listening. You done told all the people to do things they won't do. I heard him say out of his own mouth, he said everybody needs to put their own personal feelings to the side, right? And he kept saying just file, right? And I know Pop is saying certain, he can't say everything that he want to say. He said, get all the stuff together and just file. He was like, somebody was trying to put get the trip to come see him and all that other stuff. He was like, if you do that, they're gonna sabotage you, right? So he's showing the game because Tabitha Jet was going on about how what she didn't want to go through. He like, you're constantly saying what you don't want to go through, right? Meanwhile, what all y'all are doing is I'm being tormented, right? So he's certain things. My point of talking like this is saying he's saying key words. He's saying the state of the things that he's been battling, the torment, the torture. We hear him say that, but people don't understand what that means. That means you're getting singled out daily.
Yep.
You understand? That's with your food not coming to you. It's supposed to. That's with your medicine not getting to you. It's supposed to. that's with your calls being cut off. You know what I mean? You're being isolated, not just by how the prison moves, where they got people that are clicked up that'll go a certain way, be a certain way. Like, you're literally being isolated. People are being told to stay away from you. Certain things that he's being singled out for. And of course, he has the mind to be able to handle it and the being to be able to handle it. But all of these things fall up under that category of cruel and unusual punishment when someone is suffering from things like angioedema and they're trying to get their medication, right? And you're abandoning them. Do you understand what I'm explaining to you? I cannot be the only person with a brain that knows if this is blown up, okay? And people have to turn their eyes on, not just, now you're not just dealing with somebody's in prison. You're dealing with somebody's in prison and being tormented. You understand? Somebody's in prison and being tortured. You know, and that's not this country's way. They're not supposed to allow for it to happen in this country. So then it becomes a whole different type of conversation. That's one way. Another way is clemency. There are people that I know, Angela Stanton, people like that, that they may have whatever their reserves are, whatever. It could be that. But I know that they've been in position before to help people get out of prison, literally filing that they get pardoned. You know what I'm saying? So these are a few of the different avenues that literally need to be explored. And you don't have to wait on anybody, or Tabajek, none of these people, to explore these avenues to say, look, y'all don't want to release him. That's one thing. I don't know what she means by he's free on paper. I can't get her out of her feelings enough to really explain to me what the fuck needs to be explained to me. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but I'm here. So when I'm saying, look, all right, there's not a single amount of lawyer retained, whatever, that we can't get. But I need clarity. You know what I mean? It can't be the situation, but she don't. Her whole thing is that she thinks that I'm whoever these other people are. My dad, my aunt. Listen, they are who they are. I'm not them. I'm me. You know what I mean? I'm born into this for the reason I was born into this. And I really do feel wholeheartedly that the whole reason I was born is because that incident was about to take place. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel. The whole reason why they sent me here is because that was about to happen. And now I'm of age. I was 3 years old when he was kidnapped. I'm of age, and I'm saying, look, I know what I can do. I can make it be that the whole world is looking in that direction. But y'all got to give me something. You got to give me something. Go ahead.
So I was going to say, did you ever researched about what happened to El Chapo and what his family did? Because he was also in the same prison as well. And if you notice, they did a whole documentary, which they did publicize and they put out to the public. And that's what made people, you know, realize that he was also being tortured at that same prison. This prison has a history of torturing inmates and stuff like that. So what they did was they made a documentary, put it out. And from what I know, my father was also in the documentary as well. Where they spoke about different inmates that were there, you know, high key inmates. But that opened up the doors to get him, you know, transferred. That opened up the doors for his family to get access to him, because his family didn't have access to talk to him or anything like that as well. So it really just took his family to pursue a lawsuit against that prison for them to start opening the doors. Now, I'm sure you've noticed that it's pretty hard to get a bunch of my family members together.
Yeah, well, someone said that Ramsey's.
What the heck? Now he swiped left. he was in mid conversation and then he swiped left.
And that's El Chapo.
Right.
You feel? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes. Oh no, I'm here.
That's El Chapo.
Yeah, my bad.
What's up, Moody?
Hey,
Robert.
I just got in the house. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no, I figured you wanted to be up here. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody needs to hear the, you know, family speak shit sometimes. Because, you know, they're hearing things, but they don't understand that we be on it. In regards to me and Moody, we definitely on it.
If all
I
of that can be done for El Chapo, it's El Chapo. You know what I mean? One of the
yeah,
most notorious figures in history.
yeah, but El Chapo went. You know, when El Chapo went to jail, the cartel backed off. That's the
All right.
difference with Pops.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to. Everybody wants to be a savior, but nobody wants to figure out how to save the fucking what we're actually doing. I mean, so like when you were asking, what does Pops need? Pops needs people to clear his name because, like I've been saying, look, it's not stopping from documentaries going out saying the
That's what
wrong
that reason.
information. He's been
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
telling people, make sure that y'all keep his name relevant, at least in a positive light.
Facts.
And people, you know, like Phase One, y'all are out there getting it. And I'm gonna just say that because I'm not gonna sit there and say that y'all not promoting and putting out the word, but some of the people that are in the positions should be the ones that take these center roles and trying to make sure that his name is free because they're the ones benefiting from it.
Mm.
Like,
So, like Taaba Jet is trying to raise $10,000. That lady hasn't worked in over 20 years. Trust me, y'all are paying her bills.
Yes.
That's
I
the
mean,
that's the reason she made the statement of they trying to eat off my plate. How could you eat off of a plate that you're working in a whole when you're working with everybody? So how do you have a plate if that's people donating to help you help Pops? See, I listen to vernacular, so I listen to when people are telling me things. And what you have to realize when somebody's in a frantic mind state like to Abajet, when she comes off, she just says anything. So she
mm-hmm.
tells on herself.
Mm-hmm. Like she was like, I need my car fixed. I was like, what the hell that got to do with freeing my pops?
I mean, listen, if it helps her get to the Lord, to the attorneys and all these people, then nobody cares what you doing with it. The thing is, produce the receipts, show people what you're doing
That's
with the
it.
stuff.
That's it.
That's why
What I said, Faze.
she don't want help from nobody because she doesn't want to be accountable for what she's doing with the finances. That's
That's
it.
a fact. That's a
That's a
fact.
reality. A lot of people don't realize this stealing this stuff has happened before the land.
Exactly.
People have been using the York name and the Malachi York name for years. Even when he was around, they used to say, Baba said this, Baba said that. It's not going to change. You
Mm-hmm.
what the thing is, what you really need to know is if you know him, then you know when he's talking. Like when Tabajet played that recording of him on the slander Uma thing, that was a recording from over 9 years ago. And he still didn't know who he was talking to then.
Yep.
Mm.
So that's why I said only thing she did prove is that Pops remembers Uma. Because he was
Right.
like, oh yeah, you know I know Uma, y'all know Uma. But those people don't know Uma. That's the sad part. Those people don't
A
know
lot
her
of people
because he
don't
thought he
know
was
me.
talking to people he knew.
Mm-hmm. And that
That's what y'all don't
and
realize.
not for
Every
nothing,
month
but
is
Tabby
somebody
Jet
new
don't
coming in
know
his
me.
face. Yeah, but every month is somebody new coming with a damn
Yes.
this pipe dream of how they can help. But most of them are not helping. They're not doing anything.
Yeah, it's just another paycheck to them. That's it.
To some, some people are trying to help. They're just not getting the information to help. That's it. And
so
people are going
look,
to keep
so
blocking people.
I hear you. So here what I look at, right? I look at what she did do to help him.
What did she do?
Right.
Okay, has she helped him with his dental situation
No.
when she didn't help him with
No.
that?
No.
Well, then why did she say she helped him with that? And why did he acknowledge that she helped him?
When it came down to that dental situation, there were multiple lawyers. When it came down to his health, there were multiple lawyers that were working on his behalf. During that time,
First of all, hold on. Let's get this straight. In the 1970s, Pops had his teeth removed and got veneers. So why? Who cares?
I
well,
care because veneers can still
I get it.
cause pain.
But veneers have to be maintained outside of a prison. A prison is not going to maintain cosmetic
they're
surgery.
not.
They're just going to do it for the health benefit. So I get it. Thank you for helping with his teeth, but it'd be better if he was out going to see a surgeon or somebody who was out in the world to help him, not a prison that's just going to give him the least of medical attention on his teeth because they're cosmetic. I'm sorry.
So look what I'm saying, right? Because I hear where y'all
He
coming
has
from
more
with it.
serious things that he needs to be dealing with other than, I mean, I get
Like
it.
So
Teeth are
so
his
very
look,
important,
angioedema.
real quick.
but, you know, there's a
You ever
lot
had a
going on.
y'all ever had a toothache?
Yeah, I've had
That's the worst pain in the
toothache.
So
world.
like,
I've had dental
Toothache.
I get
surgery
what you're
too,
saying, but at the same
and I've
time,
had cosmetic
if this
dental
lady
surgery.
had anything to do with helping Pops not have to endure that pain, all right, that's one point. Simple. That's a point because that's pain.
So so you're impressed by the mediocre. Okay. So
Moody, do you remember who you talking to, bro? Why would I
I
be?
know who I'm talking to, but that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. If that's something that impresses you after you say that you follow somebody who has done the most astronomical things in our time, and you think that getting your teeth is something great, then you're easily impressed. I'm my father's child. You can't impress me with shit. I don't care if you fly out of a spaceship. That's not going to change my movement. My father is my father, so I'm going to tell you what it is. She feels like she did something great because she wants to be out. She wants to be applauded for it. He wants
Exactly.
freedom. Get him
Yes.
out.
And again, I want what he wants. So check
All
this.
that rest of that stuff is
Mhm.
pointless.
No, it's not because he spoke on it. It's not pointless. He said it was affecting him. He said he had pain for a long time, months, and they wouldn't help him. So here's what I'm saying. I don't know about no impressed. I'm not impressed by anybody or anything. What I am looking at is, okay, that's one thing I can say. She helped him with something. Okay, you're asking what? If she had anything to do with helping him with that, that's one thing. Another thing she said she had to do with helping him is that whatever the dungeon is in Colorado, he's no longer in there. You know what I'm saying? That she was able to make it be that he's not in whatever those conditions were. She shifted conditions around that he's able to go out on the yard and
Which
be
that's
outside.
not true. If you look up the El Chapo lawsuit, it was because of the age difference. Pops was transferred into a specific
Yes.
department because of his
Because his
age, which is
age.
the which is the H group, which is the same group as what's the one? Tukey Will, I forgot the guy, the one that they were talking that he the
Larry
social.
Hoover.
Yeah, there you go. That they're in the same department. So that's why he was transferred, because of his age, not because someone had all of this. Because when you look at the El Chapo case, his father was talking about the neglect that was happening in that prison. And not even that, during the same time, CNN was investigating all the stuff that was going on in the prison, because all of their CEOs had went on a live, you could see it and pull it up on YouTube. They went on a live interview talking about the conditions of the prison.
Okay.
And
So
this is all the CEOs that work there.
yeah. Okay. So check this out. Did she help him get out of any of those conditions?
No, actually, if you really
No.
look at it, there was a lot of situations that she actually hindered his communication and hindered his ability to be able to communicate with
Yep.
people.
No, that's
Because
not
she
what
was
I'm.
doing fraudulent things. Like, y'all listen to those recordings, that is a federal charge. That's against the law. Y'all not supposed to be listening to someone in prison, in a federal prison. And I'm putting that out there. Yeah,
That's a
it's
fact.
a federal crime. So when y'all doing this thing, y'all not making it better. She's not helping him. She's stopping his communications. Because you don't think that those devils are watching? See, it's different if you do this in a private call. You chose to do it in a public call for the world to see. So now you're saying that the same thing that they arrested him on for the influencing of others, you're doing.
You're doing it.
So be mindful of when people say I'm helping, how you could be helping could be damaging a lot more. What he's specifically asking now is for people to prove the conspiracy that he was framed. He's asking people to go and prove the conspiracy. Stop just telling people this one, that. And I was about to say, that's what Young Eld was about to speak about, how Ramesses went on a live saying leave Jacob or whatever out of it. Listen, I don't know anything about all that. What I know is that there's a lot of other people implicated in this case that won't speak up. That's why you're never going to get a straight answer from people.
Why would they say? You talking about Prince York?
Yeah, Prince York.
Why would he say? Why would he say leave Jacob out of it?
No, I haven't spoke to Prince York in years. I can't speak for him. You could ask him and find out why, but I don't know.
Okay, so wait a minute. All right, so per what you're saying,
Yes, there's why El
because
Chapo Super AD Max. I'm sorry, keep going.
no,
I'm
you
just
good.
reading.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
you can
Uma,
look.
you
You can
said
look.
something
Look it up
similar
his
to,
father too.
huh?
I was telling Uma she could look up the court case where El Chapo's from the prison, because it's a private
Yeah, I'm
prison.
looking at it right now.
That's what
Yeah, it
people
is.
don't understand. It's a private prison. It's not the same as when you're dealing with these public. All of the funding that goes there is
It's
private.
private. Yes, it's
So
a
that's why
private
I told
prison.
people, that's how I know people that want to do, well, I'm not even going to say that, but there's ways to access and be able to get communications. But what people don't realize, it's a private funded prison. So they're being very sticklers about everything. especially with his case, because they've had people who have popped up at the damn thing saying, "Hi, I'm his child, I'm his this,
Right.
I'm his
Oh,
this," and
we're
they find
breaking
out
them
you're
out of
not
prison.
related. Yeah,
Right.
so
You talking about people been committing paper terrorism, fraud, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the fact that this man has a, passport with a prison picture should be more than enough said. You get what I'm saying? Because, you got to question, how the hell was that done? Who processed this? Who, you know what I'm saying? Who did this? It shows that these people that, they're doing stuff and they're saying is to help him, but
yes,
it's
thank
not. I mean,
you. As you can see, it was El Chapo's father that got him moved, and that's the point. The
yeah,
lawsuit was originally because he was saying that the conditions was not good for foreigners and all that stuff. So look at what happened, and that's why I said the whole prison went into investigation.
Pop said on one of the recordings to Top Jet, he said, "Thank you for giving me a voice." What did he mean by that? If these calls were never supposed to be heard or
Let me
whatever he was
ask you:
saying.
are you what is there something specific about Tabitha that you want to know? Because the
There's a
last
lot of things I
recording I
want
heard,
to
she
know.
was trashing your family.
Huh?
Last recording I heard, she was trashing your family
I'm
too.
not,
After you was asking
look,
to help her.
I don't get bent off about that type of
No, I
shit.
get that.
I'm
I
from the
get that.
streets.
But see, but that's
I
what
don't
you're not
fit.
understanding. You don't have to be personal. But if the person that you're going to war is as personal and petty, then it makes no sense to go to war with that person.
Look,
Because they're going to make that decision to walk the other way while we're all going one way.
that ain't
That's
what
what
I'm.
people like
Look,
that
check
do.
this out, right? It's been quiet as hell for me. It's been quiet as hell for 22 years. The noise everybody been saying they've been making, I ain't hear it. So when I
But
hear,
how about it's been screaming to me for 25? So I mean, we on a different page. I was here on
okay,
the
so
run.
then
I
look,
watched
get what?
the betrayal.
I can
But what
respect
I'm
your pain.
telling you this, there's
Mm-hmm.
people that are benefiting. Because at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying. You don't hear Pops going out there sending 10,000 to this person. So why is it that there's a
How can he
specific
say
number?
that when they don't? He said on one of the calls they cut him off from everybody. He can't communicate
But
with
then in this,
everybody to say.
hold on, but in the same breath on the recordings, you heard a group of people talking to him. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I said he also said for everybody to put their
Look, let's
feelings to the
put two and
side.
two together.
And hold on,
You can, he's
Moody, let me
limited
get
to
a sentence out too at the
he's
same time.
limited to
Like,
communication,
you know what
but
I'm
he's
saying?
in a group. He's in a room full. There's a room full of people with an attorney talking to him.
Yeah,
Let's put that
and he
together.
also told people to put their feelings aside, their personal feelings aside, and work with each other and file. Whatever he was saying, file. He was telling people to work together. He also told Tabitha Jet to go humbly to Sakina and to Victoria and to work with these people. Whether or not that happened, I don't know.
She said
And
no.
huh?
She said no.
She said no.
She said no.
And you
Because when
keep
I'm
jumping in.
listening to you, but then you're not listening to the way that the dynamics are going.
Okay, so
Because
then
how does
okay,
it
give
make
me a
sense?
second to finish
Hold
what I'm
on.
saying, and then
Okay, go
explain
ahead.
to me the dynamics.
Go ahead.
Right? So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe Tabitha Jet just want to be the only motherfucker to help him. Maybe that's what her thing is. She want to be the one that get crowned to get him out. Here go my thing. Here go my whole holler. I promise you, straight from the bottom of my soul. I don't give a fuck what she says about anybody, including myself. If this lady got some shit that can help Pop, I'm on board. Simple. And if it was you, you could say whatever the fuck you want to say. Uma could say whatever they want to say. If you can show and prove anything that you got anything to do with helping Pops, I'm on board. Why you think I'm on here? I'm on board with it. I don't care about any of that stuff except Pop walking out them doors. She could say this nigga Faise One is a bitch ass nigga, right? I'd be like, she didn't punctuate it. She should have put a period after it. I don't give a damn,
Well,
bro. I
I'm
just
not
want to see
talking about
Pops
I'm
walk
not,
out them
see,
doors.
I don't think, I'm not talking about your personal effects or how it affects. What I'm talking about is the contradiction in just the whole conversation. Because how do you listen to everything he says, but you're picking and choosing what you don't want to listen to? He said, work with these women, come humbly. You can't turn around and say, well, I do everything he tells me to do, but no, that's a contradiction.
She don't do everything.
So
That's
then,
what I'm saying.
how could you sit there and say that you're 100% for the master teacher? If he told you specifically what to do, he said, squash the beef. Don't make it about you. Even when you hear the phone call, she keeps trying to bring up what happened to her to him, and he's telling her, "Hey, I'm the one going through this. Stop talking about you." And she can't stop doing that, right?
Right.
So then at the end of the day, if I don't know how many other examples you need to explain the way she moves, then that's your choice. Follow her, do what you need to do. But me personally, I've known her for over 15 years. I know what I'm dealing with. You don't.
So here's what I do know though. I know what I am doing. I'm already clearing his fucking name. What else do he need?
But look at what I said. I did not just say Faise One. I'm giving y'all that props for that.
Yeah, but what else he need though?
I just told you he needs people to prove the conspiracy, because it's not just about, people think it's just about Jacob. There's a bunch of other people. Did you watch the documentary on Hulu? It was the episode
that was ID channel. You talking about that?
No, the one on the Hulu.
On Hulu.
I don't know if it was the
ID channel. You talking about with Nikki?
With Nicole Lopez and
Nikki Lopez.
Yep. She had all her facts wrong and everything. She was mixing.
First of all, if you watch the documentary, they never stated they had evidence, or they never even tied child sex things to him. What they did was they just played on the ideas. Like you said, public opinion. Because if you look at what they said, they talked about, in the county, we just knew something was going on because there were 14 and 15-year-old girls popping up pregnant. So where are these girls' children now?
Yeah.
Because our youngest child right now is 25. So explain that.
Fact.
So where's the rest of these kids that was having 13 and 14 and pregnant in the county? No, what they did was they were taking a whole case that was happening around that county, and they tried to throw all of that stuff in his case. That's what you need to start proving. It was a land grab. There was stuff on the land that they wanted. That's why they made it a private sale. That's why they didn't want people to know what was going on, because the land was one aspect of the conspiracy, but there was more to it. Because there were also disgruntled ass members who didn't like that he was tired of working. He was ready to retire. Yep. If y'all remember that.
Yep, I do.
And they didn't want that.
They didn't want him to stop.
So I get what you're saying, right? So here go to answer your question about the Tabitha Jet situation. I'm 25. I was 3 years old when they locked him up.
Faise One, I know you. I remember you from Macon. I know your mother and family. I know exactly who you are. I know your father, Bodie.
Okay, so then check this out.
I've been around. I just stay very private out of everything, because I don't have time for the bull crap. Me, if you tell me that somebody took money from you, show me the receipt. I don't want to keep talking about it. Show me the receipt that this person took this money from you. Show me that. Show me this. Show me that you did this. When I read through documents, there was a lot of things that the tribe does not want to own up, that they dropped the ball on. They dropped the ball. And instead of just owning it, they want to walk around with this high superiority. Oh, we this, we that. No, you dropped the ball, because when the courts was asking for certain documents, y'all didn't bring them in. When they asked you to prove certain things, you didn't make sure that those things were in.
Yeah.
And now this is what people have to do. They have to fix all of the damages that was done prior.
Okay, so watch this. Do anybody know what Tabitha Jet working on right now?
Ask her.
That's my point. My point is this.
But didn't you speak to her, and what answer did she give you?
She told me a lot of shit. A lot of shit I was told not to say about Pops and his situation. Some of the stuff she wound up coming out saying anyway, which I still don't understand why she did that. Here's my thing.
Self-control might be one of them.
Maybe. You know, Pops came to majority devils, right? You know that the majority of the people that was around Pops was devils. People that helped build Tamaray, devils. People that was teaching us the language, devils. People who was helping us drive the little bus back, devils. People that's over the bookstores now, devils. The administration, devils. Some of the people who done stepped into certain positions, Pharaoh, all that, they were devils. Okay, I don't have time to cherry pick who the devils is. My thing is, if somebody is doing something, right? Okay, I'll give you an example real quick. She called Young Elder a black devil, right? She said Young Elder Tabitha Jet said that. I hit up Young Elder, was like, yo, we about to go on here and we're going to tell her we still going to help her, right? I told this lady, if you're saying Young Elder is a black devil and he's willing, let's say that he is, because I haven't seen that he is, but let's say that this man is 100% a black devil. He's willing to do God's work. Why the fuck would you stop that? You go what I'm saying? So here's my point. I don't know what the hell her whole situation is, but I do know she's not only helped Pops with certain things. Pops said on one of the recordings that she was not one of the people who just came to use this movement for money. He said, how long you been here? He said, how many people you seen come and go, right, and just use this for money, right? He said a lot. He said, I'm not saying you. He said,
Then
but
you don't know how my fathers talk. He was saying her.
and I understand.
Mhm.
I understand where you would see. This
The
what you
point
don't
is that
get.
he
This
pulled,
what you don't
but you
get.
got to realize when somebody knows so many languages, they know how to speak to you.
So look, here's
The
what you may
fact
not
is,
understand.
but you do
The court of
understand. Let
public
me show you
opinion
this.
is happening right now, Moody. Maybe you didn't need to damn say that. Maybe you didn't need to say that. Maybe the way Pop talked to us need to be some shit we know.
That's fine, I guess. But that's what I'm saying. So let me figure out specifically what is the answer that you're looking for, because you're looking for a specific answer. So I'm trying to figure out which one is that. Like, do you want me to say, yeah, go back to Abba? She's doing God's work.
No,
Do
I'm
that.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
support her.
look, I'm walking with your father
But that's what I'm saying.
because that's the
So if I've
person.
already told you what he said, because I'm telling you what was stated by him, work on freeing his name and the conspiracy that they used around him, and you're still saying, so what does we have to do with Ta'abajet? There's something with Ta'abajet that you want, or you have an unfinished business you
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to
So
work with
first,
her.
yeah. So what does she got going on? Because she's still raising the money and she's still connected to him some type of way.
But
She's
let
talking
me
about.
ask, I don't know. You don't, let me ask you, Faise One, in the time that we've been, you've ever heard me ask for money?
No.
Okay, but when I went to my attorneys, I paid them. When I went to get my background checks and all these people, I paid them. I didn't ask nobody for money. I went and did it. Right? So don't, and that's what caused the friction between her, because she wanted my big black book of people's information. And I said, no, I paid for it.
So, okay.
So like I said, I don't know what her mission is. I can't tell you what it is. I know what I was told to do, and I know what I have proof of. So, but I'm not putting it out into the public because, like I said, I'm putting people's personal, private information out there. So I'll deal with
You
them
can
accordingly.
okay. So watch this. You can understand how it can get frustrating, right? That somebody might got some flaws with them, but they also still might be helping them. Somebody might be thrown the fuck off, but they also might still be helping them.
Hold
Same
on,
way
you're
how you
talking to a voodooist. I've
right.
made
So
choices with my decisions with
you see
demons
the
a long
same way
time
how
ago. I
you
don't
just
have a problem. One thing about me, I don't mind working for the common good. I have no
okay. So you
problem
see
in
how
that.
you just was like
But
you see how you
hold,
was like Pops was saying. You say he was talking one way,
I get
but
it,
this what
but that's the thing. You can't, like, let me ask you.
you
Can I tell you how
understand that
your
that's not for
hold on, let
everybody.
me ask you.
Like
Can I
you get
tell
what I'm
you how
saying? Like
Bodhi is?
you hear what I'm trying to tell you?
No, but I'm
That's
saying
not
this.
for
Can
everybody
I?
because the
But
court of public opinion hasn't even seen the case yet. We're
no, they've
building it
seen the
on
case.
this
You got
right.
to
Every time
realize
I go on
it's been
live, it's
years.
not
See,
just for
but you
no
got to
live.
realize
It's not
Phase
just for
one,
no
like
one
you said, you're
instance.
20, you're 25. What I'm saying is there's been years for the tribe to clarify and change things. Even Wikipedia is wrong, and nobody has went and approached Wikipedia about the
Because
information
it
that's
was
being wrong.
people in the tribe writing the shit on Wikipedia.
Exactly.
Come on now.
But hold on, but you heard about the documentary that was coming out, right?
Paramount.
Yeah, but you heard it was a cease and desist, correct? That was put by the family. So to show we don't
Facts.
need to put all of that stuff out there, but shit is being done.
It's
I
being
remember
done.
because Eli was
Yes, and they
frontline
were
soldier
mad
on that.
because they thought that they was getting a
Yeah.
check, but there's a cease and desist against it because, like I said, you violated a defamation of character. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care. The minute that y'all stated that he was a pedophile, but he did not go to jail for pedophilia, that's defamation of character. He went to jail for racketeering. So that's what I'm saying. You do like white people. Correct the vernacular, because that's what changes. Because if you notice, people are quick to say pedophile, not a trafficker. Those are two different charges. Correct?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. We don't even work on the basis of this case. We're sitting there attacking each other, other than attacking the people that are really defaming his name. We're not doing that. We're sitting here talking about Ta'abajet. I don't have nothing against Ta'abajet. That's why I don't have. And one thing about me, I don't argue with the feminine. I don't argue with somebody who pushes humans out of their body. That's punk shit. I'm not doing that. So if she wants to talk about me and my family, go ahead. I'm happy you have a platform. Whoop-de-doo. Eat off that plate. But I'm not going to sit here and just go badmouth her, but I know who she is.
Right.
So
That's
if
what I'm
you want
saying.
me to
Okay,
tell you
there
privately,
go the question.
if you want me to
What is
tell
her
you privately who she is, I'll have a conversation with you off of this after
No, I'm
hours.
not asking now, just know what she is. What is her position, bro?
Infiltrate, if you want my honest
No,
proof.
Pops would not have her that close if he
How?
didn't
Well,
assign
We,
her
we,
listen,
a
can I
wait,
say
position?
something?
we've had
Can I say
infiltrators
something?
before. What are you talking
So
about?
can
That
I
was
say
Well,
close
something?
what's
to her.
that
Because
infiltrator's position then?
Rochelle,
come on, we've definitely been
Rochelle
infiltrated
had his
plenty
power
of
of
times.
attorney. What are you talking about? She
No, I'm
infiltrated,
not
went to
saying that. Y'all
Africa.
not hearing me.
She
This
went
is
to
what people get
Africa
so
and she went
like,
to
bro.
Africa and took
Everybody is right.
explosives. So what are you
Everybody's
talking
right,
about?
but y'all can't hear what I'm
I-
saying. Like,
I'm
listen,
hearing what you're saying. You're just not wanting to hear what we're saying. If you want to
every
follow the black
point
sheep,
you
then
done
follow
said,
the
then I
black
just
sheep.
every
I'm not
point you
happy with
said,
it
then I say, yes, you're right. Yes. I didn't negate any of your points. So how am I not hearing you? It's always like that. Everybody swear I'm not
because
listening,
you keep
and
trying to
nobody
go
can hear
back
what
to
I'm saying.
Ta'aba Jet. I'm not worried about Ta'aba
Why
Jet. I'm worried about
is she
Pops.
even there?
So just
Why was Pop
to speak
Him.
on the
about that.
phone with her?
Ask
Why was
her.
listen? Why
But
was he
you
talking to her? Why was he thanking her? Why is
First
Pop
of all, that
talking
recording is
to the
9
lady?
years. That recording is 9 years old.
Even
My father
listen,
is
if it's
78.
9 years
That
old, there
she.
was one from 2022 though. I just
Which one? With the? Do you talk about the last one with? Well, I'm not going to say the attorney's name because I'm not.
whoever that was. I know that had to be recent because it was talking about the all lives matter. Here come my thing. I listen to what Pop's saying. I don't even be hearing what she's talking about because I know how he talk, and I know he know people are gonna hear what he's saying. So what I'm asking is, listen, could you be wrong? Could you be wrong? Could there be something that he put in place for her to do? And the same way, this is a general, a chief, not common man Joe who got wrapped up in some bullshit. He may have her doing one thing over here and 3,000 other people in position doing things over here. And all he trying to do is keep them 3,000 people from fighting each other so it
Listen,
can get done.
Faze, if that's what you want to believe, by all means, you could stay living in Narnia. But I had to come out the broom closet. I'm not living in the wardrobe. So you can go ahead and keep talking to witches and frozen people, but I'm not.
Bro, I'm talking to witches right now.
Okay.
The fuck is you talking about?
If that's what you
Listen,
think.
as
But that's
far
what
as
I'm
I'm
saying.
concerned,
The way
everybody's
that but
listen.
the way that you're trying to see is you're trying to fantasize that she's doing all of this stuff.
I'm
If
not
she
mind
was
you,
doing it,
fantasizing.
then
Didn't we just go over
mind
some
you,
of the
mind you,
things?
mind
you're
you, I
talking
think a
about
lot of people didn't
you're talking
question
about
something.
dental care. Any one of his wives could have easily
But that's
taken
not
care of
okay.
them.
Did they do it?
First of all, they were not given access because people were
Okay, then
blocking
why did
them
she have access?
because of the fact that documents were being
Because
put out there
she's
illegally.
Okay, watch this.
and
Okay,
and
so
may I
then we
add,
getting somewhere then. Why
so
did she have access?
not for nothing, not for nothing, but may I add that of course they'll give somebody who is already a felon access to a somebody that's in a federal penitentiary. She clearly works for them. That's clear.
Okay, so then what?
That's
Okay,
very
watch
clear.
this. If she works,
Anybody,
mhm.
anybody, look, just real quick, because I don't want it to be a thing where we cutting each other off. But anybody that got enough common sense or has been through certain situations when it's dealing with federal, a one federal inmate cannot talk to another federal inmate. Meaning, even, and I'm gonna use me as an example. For years, I could not talk to my father directly because I was under my brother Ayub's visiting list, and he was a federal inmate. So I was not able to contact my father because I was under my brother's visiting passes and writing privileges and stuff like that. So you got to ask yourself this question: why would they give this woman access to him like that and not even give it to his own kids? How does that make
I
sense?
don't think I don't. I'm not. I don't think they gave her access. That's what I'm
No,
saying. I think honestly,
no, they
she's just
didn't. What she did
working.
was she
She's
used
just
lawyers.
working with a loaded gun with no direction. She's just shooting bullets, and that's what I'm trying to say. If that's what you want to follow, by all means, go ahead. I'm not knocking that. If that's the way you think is the best way to move, then go ahead, do what you do. But just realize that you will be ostracized because there is a word that he already put out. He's already stated what it was. If you don't know, then you don't know, Faze. But the word is, don't work with her. But if you want to, by all means, go ahead. Nobody's stopping you.
When he put out that word.
See what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Yes, the fuck it does, bro. This ain't no giddy moment.
No, I'm
When
just.
did he put out the
It's
word?
the it's,
Answer the
it's the
question.
it's the fact that if you were plugged in, then you would have known that
Okay,
already.
hey nigga, guess what?
Well, I know,
I'm
I
not
know,
I
I
plugged
mean,
think
into
they
half
put
of the
out the
shit
Nuwab,
people is
the
plugged
Sabians put
into.
out a whole thing saying she was white balled and all that stuff. They
Okay,
put out
so
a
here
whole
goes the
picture
simple
thing of
question,
her.
bro. When did he say don't work with her? Simple. When did the general say don't work with her?
He been said it. Hold on,
Okay.
let me pull it up because
That's all I'm saying.
Hold on,
So
hold
then,
on,
look,
hold on.
if you know how we
He
move,
there's
besides
if
there's
you
some
you.
know that, why the
fascination
hell
with
would
him and
why
Tommy
would you
Jet. I
drag
don't know
this
what it
shit?
is.
If Pop said don't work with it, why would you drag it? Why didn't you
Who,
just
me?
say that from the gate and then
Because
show that from
you're
the gate?
asking questions about her. I told you, I don't. You can ask her. You're the one that keeps debating about somebody that's not in this room. She did. Did she put you? Did she put us in the live to talk to her? When no, she didn't. She doesn't want to talk with
Uma
us.
gave me
She
her
wants to
number
talk
on live.
about us.
Yeah,
I
because
Uma,
don't care to
you
do all
asked me,
that.
but you
okay,
asked me
but we
for
made
it.
it
That's
happen.
why.
Y'all better stop acting like it wasn't
Because
just
you,
a damn
but
month
you
ago when
act, but
everybody
this
was
the
hunky
thing.
dory.
If
Stop
you
it,
ask me,
because
if
I
a
came
person
into
asks
y'all
me for
shit. Listen,
something, I'm gonna just give it to
yeah,
them.
but you said you had to connect,
I
got
do
her on
have
the
a,
live,
yeah, I had this person's information. Yeah,
and
so I
then
gave
all of a
it to
sudden
you.
y'all clash. I didn't clash. The fuck?
Yeah, but and the reason why was because what y'all don't understand is the reality of it is, and it's something I had to realize. Why, like when it comes down to our father, so like for example, I'm gonna send my brother this update of my father talking. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna actually send that to him directly and not question whether it's gonna be on social media or if somebody's gonna put it out for clout or for some money or anything like that. And it's an updated recording. See, the difference is what people need to learn to respect is this is our blood father. We don't have to share information with the public about our father. Respect that.
And do you
Even so, I
respect the
don't see.
fact
My
that
That's
thing
at the
is,
a
same time
respect.
y'all are
That's
see,
a
but
no.
telling?
hold
This
on.
is a
See,
respect
but hold
factor
on.
because
This is
people capitalizing off of our father.
Oh
Because
boy,
while they
like
putting
wait,
out,
but hold
because
on.
while
But
they're
let me say
putting
this,
out, no. Let me
because
just
it's
tell you.
not. It's not.
Because
This is
while
not
they're
even taken
putting
in a
out,
negative.
when they're
That's
putting
why I'm saying
out
this shouldn't even
information
go left.
of him speaking, and he gets thrown in the hole, that motherfucker could sleep at night and collect checks from people sending him money just because they heard his voice on social media. We're the only ones that suffer when our father's suffering, because that's really our blood father. We're suffering. Nobody else suffering. They get to sleep at night and look at their cash app later on and be happy. And then move on and look for the next topic or the next subject or the next person to slander for their benefit. We're the only ones hurting. My son is hurting. My daughter's hurting because they want to see their grandfather. You think they care about people grandstanding on social media? They don't. All they want to see is their grandfather. So if we got to do what we got to do to protect our father at this point, that's what we're doing. Because we're watching and we're seeing everybody for who they are and what they are
who
and
am
what
I?
they bring to the
Who am
table.
I, Uma?
And what they bring to the table.
Who
Huh?
am I?
What do you mean?
You're
Your
phase. You're
face.
phase
Yeah,
one.
the
I
Yeah,
don't.
your
and
face.
Hold
the
on.
same
Wait.
one who
Wait.
listen
Wait.
when I
Wait.
got on
Wait.
here, we weren't
Before
even
we
talking
go
about
into
this.
this, what is it? What is it that specifically are you asking? Like, do you is?
I
I'm
already
trying to
asked,
figure
It
out what
seems
is it
to
that
me
your
yeah,
like
argument is.
everybody be
I already
against the family.
asked
Everybody
that
don't
question.
nobody want to hear shit the family say, but they want to hear everybody else that ain't related to his ass. They want to hear everything these motherfuckers got to say, but they don't want to hear shit his
Man, I
family
swear
really
to
got to say.
God, Pops, like what the fuck? I swear. Uma, everything you saying is valid. I understand where you coming from. I feel your pain. I cannot relate to it from where you're coming from. I'm not his biological child. I don't have children. I don't have to explain to my children what happened to their grandfather. I'm not going through exactly what you're going through. There's no but. If you knew me, do you see what time it is right now? I stay up till 4 in the a.m. pacing in the room, thinking about this, trying to figure out how I'm gonna use my platform to help them. If you knew me, it's what I'm saying. Okay, I get it. Everybody played. You right. That's why I'm like, I can't jump too hard on whether or not this person doing that. I can't jump too hard on that because everybody played. If you knew me, that's why I said, who am I? If you knew me, this is literally my life. This is all my life is. It's fight. When you say clear his name, you got to go back to when I was 10 years old. I've been doing that since I was 10 years old. So when I'm asking, yo, when did he say don't work with her? You can say, hey, I'm hit you that. I'm gonna give you that. You get that to me. You may not. Okay, if you can't trust me at this point in time, I understand that. I gotta respect it. I swear to God, though, how many voodoo priests, how many people that's spiritual, how many Wiccans and witches and warlocks I gotta run into that don't got no damn discernment? Come on now. I'm tired of having to swing at every fucking flying to show you this where my heart at. I didn't go left. I didn't go right. I never made a dime off of Pops. Let me tell you something I remember. Moody, we was on Clubhouse. One day you came in one of my Clubhouse rooms. I had my Cash App pinned. I was playing Dr. York. You came in the comment section. You was like, I don't know Faise to be taking up money from my father, but I'm hoping that whatever he's doing, you know what I mean, he's really helping my dad. I didn't take offense to that because I seen how many people done actually took up money and tried to say that it was for him. That Cash App was pinned because that Cash App is always pinned because I was selling my books. And I sell my books. Let me get this clear. Sunrise, all y'all. I sell my books. I never sold Pop's books. I'm not none of y'all niggas who sold his books and then put none of that money on his books.
Faise, can I see, do you see the similarities that you and Tabitha have in common?
Yeah, we exposed shit.
No, y'all actually like to talk more about what you're doing than actually get it done.
Okay,
First
so
of all, when you was doing,
okay, go
hold
ahead.
And
I
Moody,
mean, respectfully, you cut in,
hold
but
up.
I'm gonna let you
no,
finish.
because
Moody,
this is what I'm
Moody,
saying.
check
I
your
never came
Facebook.
at him about his Cash Apps or whatever. I never knocked him about his doing what he did. And first of all, Faise One, when people didn't know you, I was still promoting you. So please stop making it seem like I've been your enemy or I didn't promote you and be like, yeah, Faise One is doing his work. I've never said you weren't. But my thing
Actually,
is
Moody
this.
was the one that told me about you.
That's why I
Nobody
said
who listening, nobody
see,
who
but this is what
listening
I'm
heard
saying.
that.
You know what? Hold on, but let me show you the difference between us. I'm his son, and
That wasn't me coming for you.
hold on. I'm his son, and you don't never hear me on YouTube unless someone else put my information out there because I'm not looking for clout. My father taught me a long time. When you put yourself in the public eye, you're looking for fame. You're not looking to help the consciousness. And I'm not saying that you're not, but just be mindful. You're teetering on a very thin line
Yeah, was your
where people
father in the
don't know. Hold
public eye?
on.
Was your
You're
father in the
teetering on
public
a
eye?
very thin line because
No, you
people
never
don't know
seen him
you.
do public
No,
interviews.
No,
but
was he
that's
in
what
the
Besides
I don't.
public
teaching
eye?
class,
I didn't ask you to do public interviews. Was he in the
That's
public
putting
eye?
himself in.
yeah.
You talking
But
about privately on
when
his
but
land?
first of all, when he did that, he was looking for fame. He said that.
Okay,
But
okay.
I'm
So,
not knocking you. That's what I'm
all right. So
saying. I get
what
what you're
can his
doing.
fame be
What
used
you
Hold
for?
do
up,
What did he
this
use
is
Moody.
his
what I'm
fame
saying.
for?
What you
Hold
do,
up, hold
if
up,
what you
Moody,
do
Moody,
is
Moody. Check your Facebook. I just sent you that update.
yeah, what I'm saying is if that's what you do, then you do it that way. Some people, I'm social media retarded. So I don't know how to use social media like that. So I think it's best if you're out there changing the narrative and stuff, please use Facebook, use Instagram, use all of those things. Just make sure the word is out there. But don't sit there and look for somebody to give you brownie points on somebody who already gave you a life to follow. You're looking for somebody to say, oh, same thing with Abijay. Oh, Baba, I did this. Okay,
Bro,
you did
y'all
it.
got
So
me
what?
fucked up. I'm
But
not
you're
gonna
still
hold
not
you.
out.
Like, look, respectfully, can I say this? Sometimes shit you be saying, bro, you really do got me fucked up. I'm letting it slide because you really don't know me. I'm
You
not.
don't,
Listen,
but the funny
I'm
thing
not
is, but
nobody's.
Faise
I'm
One, you
not
speak on
nobody's
my father
fan.
as if you know
I
him.
don't
But
know.
I
I
don't
don't
check
know you.
you.
I
You
just
don't
sat
know my
here.
father.
The
You were
issue,
1 year old when the
bro.
land got taken. You
So the
don't know
smoke
him.
that
You've
y'all
never met
got,
my father.
for
But
Faze,
you're
y'all
talking
got
to
for
Don't.
somebody
I
who
don't
was
other.
have no
15
smoke.
years
That's
old when
crazy.
the land got taken. We're not
So look
speaking on
what
the
you
same
saying. Look what
terms.
you saying. Like,
We're not speaking
bro,
on the same
I
terms.
never
But
claimed
that's what
to
I'm
be
saying.
no. I never
Check
claimed to
yourself.
be.
But what I'm saying is check yourself because we're not in the same level. First of all, you're 20 something years old. I'm almost 40 years
Man,
old.
Jesus
We're
was
not doing that.
12. The fuck?
I have no disrespect for you, but you're not going to come at me and tell me how I'm not checking you. What I'm saying is the public media is going to look at you because half of the people are stealing and half of the people are with him. Don't ask me to give you your key and say this is what you're doing. If you're doing what you're doing, that's between you and the public eye, not me. You
That's what
don't
I'm
see me
saying.
on your
Like,
Instagram.
I don't know how, but that's how you heard it. That ain't what I said. That's not
You
what
just
I'm
said
saying.
I got you fucked up. I don't
Oh
have
no,
you
I
fucked
said
up.
that for sure, but that's
I've
not what I'm
known you
talking
since
about. I'm
I
saying
knew you when you was drooling on your mother's
no.
on
So
your
here go
mother's
the
house
truth.
hand.
Here go the
I
truth.
remember when you was a baby in Macon,
No, so
please.
here go the truth. What's my mama name?
Shit, I don't remember.
Look, let me tell you something, bro. You've
I
been saying
remember
that
I wasn't
since
allowed to
2021.
talk to your
You've been
moms
saying
and them
that since
because your father
2021.
was very
You
traditional.
don't know me. You know
Phase
Fazia
one.
and
You
her
forgot
children. You
I
don't
remember
know.
you as a little kid with the
No,
dreadlocks walking around
no,
Macon. I
you
do
don't,
remember
because
you.
I didn't have dreadlocks as no child. You remember my dad's children. Please slow your roll. You
Oh, so
remember
that's even
them.
worse.
You remember them. You don't know me. You did not meet me until Clubhouse. You mistook me for Fazia's Carmen's children. I'm not her child. You don't, and you don't know my mother, right? And respectfully, I don't know you.
So,
Well, this is
but
what I
that's
do know.
but the sad part is
I know
you.
this.
So
I
then
know
that
this.
means
You don't
that's
want
where it's
you
different
don't
because
want
the
Pops
people. How
to
about
keep.
this? But if you bring up my name, people know me. Phase one, it's not the same for you. If you
Okay,
say my name to my
listen,
father, he
that's
knows who I
fine.
am.
Do you think
So
I
this
give
is
a
what I'm
fuck?
saying. I'm
Listen,
not here to try to measure or whatever. If what you're doing is beneficial, please help. But you
that's
don't
my
need to
whole
follow to
holler.
Abijat. You don't need to do what you're
But
doing.
I'm
Do
going
what
to
you're
you
doing by
guys. If you know
yourself.
anything about Bodie, like you claim you know, how you think you finna be able to tell us anything about what we not gonna do? When all I asked you was, when did he say don't work with her? You didn't have to do all that
They
shit you
already
do with them
put out.
commoners. Bro, you
First of
could
all,
have
the
just told, if
administration
anything, you
already
could have
put out
told
a
me,
whole
look, you
thing.
could have told me, look, Faye, I can't
I
tell
do
you
got
that
one
answer
question.
on here, but
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
my
give you
thing is,
that
what
answer
is your
behind the
battle?
scenes.
What is your battle with? Because I'm
I
not,
do.
I'm trying to figure out what is
My,
your
I
whole
look, I don't.
resolve.
Okay, here go the
I have
thing. Okay, let me answer this real quick, and then I'm gonna hand it over.
I have a
I'm gonna answer this as
question. I have a
respectfully as I can because what I know is we all warriors in here. Everybody who's listening,
Well,
it ain't no beef, ain't no issues between me, Uma, Moody, Hukanum, nobody. Okay, we just warriors. All right, that's just what it is. When we get off of here, I promise you it's gonna be offshore. So don't think it's nothing like that. Okay, bro, I would not be dealing with you if it were not for the general. I'm on duty. Okay, if you got some information for me, then guess what? I'm going to ask you for that, and I'm a side eye. If somebody who's a soldier
I'm
that's
not a
fighting for it,
soldier. That's the difference. My DNA doesn't make me a
okay,
soldier.
I'm a
I'm
soldier.
blood.
I
There's
didn't
a
say you was
big
a soldier.
difference. And this
Soldiers
is what
have
I'm saying.
composure too.
This is my
I did,
reason. See, this is my thing of
do
why
you
I
get
don't
what I
talk to
just?
people.
You see what just happened? I didn't.
Because me on the level, I was raised around my father. So I understand my superiority in the
Okay,
situation. I'm
so
not
then
going
your
to argue. And my
superiority
thing is
need to
this.
be able to.
Oh, no,
The
I don't
black belts
care.
know
Because,
in
but
between.
first of all, Faise One, let me be real. You've insulted me in the conversation. You called me a witch. You called me all kinds of other,
You
and I
said
still
you
have not.
don't you didn't you just say something about
I
doing
said
voodoo?
voodoo. That's not a witch.
Okay,
Then you need to do
That's
your
not what.
research.
That's
actually,
Understand
they are
language.
witches. What are you
Okay,
talking about?
not
that's
that.
specific. Then you're choosing Caucasian words. Go
Okay,
ahead, but
then
that's fine.
but I can choose a
How
So
about,
I
Caucasian.
did.
We're
I
speaking a Caucasian
at the same
language.
time, our father said, "Go back to your languages." Why are you
We
using
speak.
which?
Then why we speaking English?
Which is not our
Then why we
language.
speaking English? You see how you saying?
What?
You see
Oh,
what? You see what?
I mean, our first language is Arabic. So
look. In the Nubi, what do you speak? I don't care. What's the point?
The,
Ufale
the the
Kuyal, what do
point
you speak?
is one of us
Kagdila,
is
Vipin
trying to.
Yamai de Rushka, what do you speak? I don't
I
know.
speak English.
I could go different vernaculars, but my whole point is this: what is it that you're looking for? Because me, when I gave you the answer, you didn't want that. I told you I don't know what Abijat's doing.
But you
I
but
don't know this. And
you straight missed the real like the question that
the question
everybody
you
was waiting
asked
on the answer
when
for.
Pop said it, and
I
I
asked.
told you you're the one involved, so
You
you can
said
easily find
I
this out.
wasn't plugged in, bro. You trying to flex. I said,
You're
when did he say it? Because
you're the one
that's
that
the
said I was
word
saying
that
your
matters.
name. I don't know you
Everything
and
that's
all
been
that
said
stuff.
on
You're
this
right.
live,
So I don't
it
know
don't
you.
have nothing to do with
so
Pops.
so
It
wait.
don't
Can we
matter.
come back to? So can we come back to the point?
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
you asked what is it that Pops needs in regards to
No, I'm asking, when did he say don't work with Top Jet? That's all I want to know. And who can
I'm
get
gonna
me
be
that
honest with you.
information? My right hand to the Most High.
I'm
If
trying
one
to
of
get
y'all can
you.
get me that information, I'm not gonna post it. I'm not about wasting time. If Pop said
No,
don't work
I'm
with her,
trying to stick
then
to the
as
point.
soon
I'm
as y'all
trying to
can get me that information, that's over with. That's me. That's how I
all
roll.
right.
I don't
I'm trying to stick
speak
to the
nothing
point of
other than
my
that.
father. I'm trying to speak to the point of my father, not Tabitha. So when you asked what is it that Pops needs, you know what I'm saying, and it was mentioned that, and we mentioned it over and over that he needed his name cleared. Correct? Did everybody heard that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody heard that.
Yeah.
So about this is something that I definitely did wanted to ask you, Faith One personally. When I sent out those recanted statements to people about a year ago, I was questioned how come that was not put out in social media up until young Elder got his hands on it when it was sent to you over a year ago.
It was sent to who?
It was sent to you over a year ago.
You talking about the shit you
Sun Ra,
sent
I
to?
sent it to you. I sent it to Sun Ra.
Okay, we already went over that. Listen, Sunrod. Listen, let me
But
tell you what
my thing is,
Sunrod.
why wasn't the recanted put out there?
Okay.
Like, why didn't you use the platform to put out his recanted statements if the whole point was to clear his name?
Okay. You said you wanted to do, actually, with Sunrise. Sunrise said you wanted to have a meeting. I told Sunrise, I'm not doing no meetings. I said, I never do that. I said, I'm not trying to be linking up with nobody. I don't even know y'all, right?
And then I told
Hold on. You
that
asked me this question. Watch this.
Uma, can you check your Facebook? I
go
sent
ahead.
you the
Yeah,
message,
yeah.
and you can
Ask
send
me the
it to
question.
Phase One.
I didn't know you sent any information through the email until about 2 months ago when we talked about it. I never.
I resent it that time.
Exactly. Check this out, Uma. Here go your answer. I never got your email. I literally told you on live that I declined to go to the meeting.
Right, but
right?
that's why I sent out the email.
I never got the email. Simple.
Once Sunrod told me and Ahmos told me that it was a conflict of everybody coming together, what I did was I sent everybody a copy of what the meeting was going to be about, which was basically about clearing his name in regards to his court case and different things that needed to be pointed out in the court case and put out in the media.
I never got it. That's your answer.
What it was about. And I just said I literally CC'd it and everything, so it was.
Uma, I don't know how many times I could say this. I never. We've gone over this. I never got it. I never got that email. And do you know me? Every time somebody tell me something, what's the first thing I do? I run to the internet and I tell. Unless somebody say, "Hey, this ain't for the internet or this ain't for everybody," I tell everything. So I don't know how you could have thought. I do understand though. I just didn't get the email. Simple.
All right. That's the only thing that I definitely questioned. You know, because it was a year ago. I literally remember it was summertime. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that I wanted to ask you about. That was
I don't. You've asked me before, but even still, I'm not the type of person that you have to wait a long time to ask stuff to. You look. If you know me, I'm front door. I don't know how many times I got to say that. I'm front door. I wasn't raised to move like no snake. I don't do all that lying, all that. We front door. If you're gonna do something, you gonna embody that. So when I told you, I'm not doing no meeting. I don't even know y'all. Right? I don't even remember it being about no Atmos. I didn't know Atmos was involved. All I know was Sunrock messaged me about doing a meeting. I literally told you on a live. That was last year. I said, I'm not going to, I don't even do public like that. Anybody who knows what's going on, I definitely don't do public, right? But I just didn't get no email about none of that. Because, as soon as I would have got the email, same thing that happened when they took Young Elder video down, right? I had everybody who tuned in to Young Elder and all of us. I said, somebody recorded that. I need somebody to get it to me. Within the next 30 minutes, I had the whole video, and you called me, right? Right after Young Elder hit me up because he knew I had the video, and I made sure you had the video, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I don't do none of this type of stuff to be like, yo, I won't know. I hear what you coming from, bro. I get you. How you trying to say it, like brownie point, da da da. Listen, here with this type of ear, right? I don't know any of you. I don't know what you're about. I'm just looking at works. That's all I have to go on. I'm a soldier, Moody. I don't know what your rank is, none of that. That may not be my business. You say you got seniority. Okay, a soldier ain't worried about looking at the next man's position.
What's crazy is that you're in my family, embedded in my family stuff, and you say that I don't have to. There's certain, like this is what I'm saying. If I was invited to your family's house, there's a certain protocol that I would check myself in your house because that's your family's house. And that's my point. What you're not understanding, you're talking about 25. I'm almost 40. I've been dealing with this shit the whole time he's been locked up. So I went to school with this stuff. I went all this stuff. We don't need to go back and forth. But what I'm saying is, if you need somebody to tell you this is what somebody does, then that's fine. I specifically told you what was stated. Uma, if you could send him that document I sent you, you can show him that it was put out there. Correct? And you can see it's dated. I sent it to you, Uma, on Facebook.
Hold on, let me
check it, and you can send it to him in his private messages so he can see with the mugshot and all.
Who put what out where?
And hold on. I'm sorry. I'm about to pull over.
So yeah, real quick before we get into that, look, check this out. Again, the way you're gonna see it is how you're gonna see it. Respect.
But
The way I'm gonna see it is
let
how
me
I'm
ask
going
you,
to.
didn't Pops also state that listen to Salima Richards and she just made a whole post about trashing Salima Richards and the Williams and Williams firm?
Right. Yup.
So how does that make sense? That's what I'm saying. You're
That's
asking me questions for
in the
stuff that
newest
makes no sense. And he claimed her as his wife. He doesn't claim Ta'aba Jet as his wife.
But he did on the call when she was like, "What other wife?" He was like,
and
"Well, I'm African."
you're talking about the conversation with Matthew Tricoli, and I spoke to Matthew Tricoli myself, and he told
He
me that
told the
this
attorney she
woman
was his legal
lied.
wife.
Yeah, and she told him exactly. She lied and said she was his legal wife, and another lawyer, she lied and said she was my dead aunt.
Okay, so here go what I know. I know in our tribes how we were moving. You didn't have to be on paper to be somebody's wife. I know y'all know that.
So then
So
why was Kathy Johnson arrested?
why was she arrested? Collateral. Is this a real question you asking me, or are you like
But she's
listening to
also
what I
his
just said?
legal
Like,
wife. She's also was his legal wife.
okay,
So if
collateral.
it's good for the goose, why is it not good for the gander?
I don't know who the fuck there is. You got to tell them to get in
Meaning,
contact with
if
me and
Pops
give me the
legally got
information.
married, why was it? And I remember Pops was doing. What are you talking about? People not being married on paperwork, that was their choice. He was legally married.
Okay, he might have been legally married, but the nigga also said he had multiple wives. He said he had multiple wives. So
I
That
mean,
doesn't
that's
change the
common
fact that he
sense
was
when the
legally
man got over
married.
100.
I'm not trying. Do you understand that two of those people consider the same table? The fact that he was legally married and the fact that in our culture, you be with somebody for a certain amount of time, they go beyond just your lady friend or your mate. You start calling them your wife. You're married. So all I'm saying is like, bro, I know I'm speaking clearly, right? There may be something with that y'all don't know about.
You know, I'm not a rapper. I don't know all that.
Even though I was 3, nobody who grew up in right knowledge was a normal child. So as a 3-year-old, I still was paying attention. I saw your father teaching at 3. I was building the pyramids on the sand. I'm going into all of this, watching the fish swim up and down the ponds, come up to me. They look like humans. All of that. I was literally blown away by how the mummies was like pouring out the water forever and ever and ever. I literally was trying to figure out as a child, when is the water going to stop? I was actively paying attention to everything. I remember the day they came to took the land. I remember the day they came to take Pops. I remember when they said they were going to let him out. They didn't let him out. My aunt and my Umi were dancing around in my grandmother's house. It's 3 a.m., 3 in the morning or 3 in the a.m. And we looking at the TV. They got the pyramids on the TV talking about the situation. And then they reneged. They didn't let him out. I remember when Pauline Rogers went on the Montel Williams show. My Umi was screaming at the screen because Pauline Rogers got a reading from my Umi on whether or not she's supposed to do that shit. And my Umi didn't know any of the things she knew about it. And she told her no, because she was complaining about him not paying money for whoever the child was in Virginia, all this other stuff. I've been around. I've been here. And the only question I got is how the fuck y'all let this happen? It's been 22 years. I know that me by myself, right, if I were an adult when they took Pop, is no way in the hell I would arrest it, took a trip to Disneyland, went to the grocery store, whatever. I would have been glued to this. The only thing is people were living their life. That's all I can see. People were living their life, Pop. And then they kept echoing, love is the test. Love is the key. Y'all didn't love him. Because if these folks
So
really love Pop, they wouldn't let him sit like that.
And I'm
Listen,
assuming
nothing
I'm
would. I'm
saying
almost there.
when
Let me
you're
get it there because
speaking.
my heart is in it. Let me get that last piece out because my heart in it. Nothing would have been allowed to pass. Not a day would have been allowed to pass if the love was there for Pop. And now, like I said earlier, he fought to get himself out. And we saying, do y'all get what the test is? The test is still love. It's still, if it were up to the people, he wouldn't have gotten out. That's all it says. If he was some common man, he would never have been getting out. But he's not a common man. So he fought to get himself out. all while trying to remind people what this was about. We've been talking about coming together, working together since that was a conversation to be put into any language or words. And you had every opportunity to work together, and everybody was living their life.
So, and some people, they had parents that were taking care of them during the time that they were living their life. And a lot of his children on the streets, homeless, while other people were able to go sleep at night. A lot of his kids had to find somewhere to sleep at, while the tribe was literally destroying our entire family right in front of our face. So please don't talk about his kids wasn't there. We were there.
Nobody, I don't know what y'all be hearing. I didn't say his
I
kids
don't know
wasn't
what
there.
I don't know what I heard. I heard y'all wasn't loyal, or
No, no, no.
y'all didn't love
Okay,
him.
so then
That's
you
what
know
I
how that go,
heard.
right?
I
You
heard
know how that
y'all.
go. I didn't say that. You know how that go.
I was like, wait, whoa,
So you know what I mean? So
because
you know what I mean?
I'm very
Tap into
passionate
that.
about my
Listen,
father.
hear that I and I. All right, because check this out.
Definitely.
I didn't go there. I didn't say that. That wouldn't have been my intention. So I didn't say that.
You know, a lot
Again,
of the see,
here's
and
what
this is the
let
thing.
me
A
say
lot
this,
of people
Uma. Let
have
me
to
say this.
understand. You know,
Where you
while
do you want
our
to know why?
mothers,
Do you
a
want to know
lot of
why I
people
don't
don't
take
like to hear.
offense? Go ahead.
I was about to say, a lot of people don't like to hear his kids speak, because they don't like to accept the fact that we as his children were being thrown in the street, while people picked up pedestals and made themselves somebody while we were on the street, as they wanted us to be a bunch of nobodies.
You want to know why I don't take, like how you just did that? I don't take offense, right?
That wasn't towards you,
And because it's not towards me. That's my point.
because like you
Like how
said,
you
you
just jumped in was like, don't say to his kids, listen, Uma, hear me with love right now. All right, that's all I'm saying. I don't take offense to that because y'all went through that with these people who claim to be with your pops, with your father, your biological father. Y'all went through that with them people. Okay, same way. I don't take offense to the shit Tyba Jet was saying because she went through that with people in the tribe. Do you get what I'm saying?
right, but we're
You
still
do,
going through it though.
and look, she's still going through it.
But I don't care about what she's going
And
through.
look, that's my point. Watch, I
Cause
don't
she don't
listen.
like, cause at the end of the day, do you know why? Cause at the end of the day, she got a meal in the cot and she's chilling off of whatever, who say what to who or that. At the end of the day, my father's still suffering. He's saying, bring upon unity, everybody come together. And all I see is everybody just coming at each other. All I
Right.
see is just
Exactly.
friction, consistent friction. If it's
Beefing,
So
not
niggas
arguing
fighting.
with one, with this person, is arguing with that person, when all
Right.
nations of our all nations of our people should be coming together as one, and not just off of his teachings and stuff like that. We all need to find some common grounds that we all need to stand on together as a people, and that's just it. That's the and he's not speaking, when he say unity, he's not speaking about just New Orleans. He's speaking about our people collectively.
yeah.
And
So
can I
how the
say
hell we gonna
something?
get?
I'm gonna tell you some reason why I have respect for Phase One, Rod, Sun Ra, all these different people. Because I was there at I was there at the class when Pop said, "My soldiers are not here; they're out there."
Mm.
I sat there in the. I was there when he said it, and the people were surprised, looking around, talking about, "Wait, we are your soldiers." He's like, "No, my soldiers haven't come yet."
Excuse me, I was there. My bad. I was there though.
So that's
I might
why,
have been
to me, when I look
playing with a
at
little
people,
truck
when
in
I
that
see
same
people
exact
that
class he said
collective
that.
when I see people collectively working on the behalf of trying to get his name corrected and working on his information, and you know how many people that I have met in my life that have told me how much that the information has changed their life, or the fact that my father's speeches have
Facts.
changed their life. So to me, that's I stand in that. I honorably stand in that. That doesn't bother me. But the one thing I won't do is let people think that they know anything about what was going on behind the scenes and then tell me where I was, because I know where I was. And this is what I keep saying. People need to be mindful. Pops is the one that is going through this stuff. So when he's asking for help, he's not looking for us to keep looking for him to keep giving us answers. He's gave us answers for over 40 years. We going past that now. He's been giving us answers. Now the question is, who's going to answer for him?
Mm.
Not
Y'all
about
know how
us.
that move.
And that's what he's been saying. It's
He
not. And
talking.
See, but the thing is, it's not about none of us. That's what we don't get. The picture is bigger than all of us. It's been bigger because, like he said back then, when it happens to me, they're going to start taking down all the other black millionaires and all the other black socialites. He said this before. So that's what I'm saying. If all it is, people don't get it. If we don't start changing it now, it's going to keep happening. Every time a brother who makes a certain amount of money, you're going to have to be put in check because people don't want you to say what you want to say. That's what syndication is about, and that's what he's saying. If we're going to take this thing, then we got to do it the right way. Stop all this arguing and stop all reason why, because the elders don't know the future and the future doesn't know the elders. How about that? Let's say it like this, because most of them are dying off and they don't know how to use the internet, so they need the next generation to help them and teach this word. That's the truth. It's the 19s and the 17-year-olds that are building websites. They're the ones that can help and do this. And the 22-year-olds that are out here that can put these words out there and build these podcasts. So me, I never have, and no malice towards anybody who wants to go out there and preach the word. But my thing is, if you do it and you get contaminated, because I also watch Brother Polite become Brother Polite. So I watched his contamination and I watched when he let the world get to him. So that's what I'm saying. You're talking about this and that. I've seen it. I've seen people who were there. They had a purpose, and then their purpose became not. Their purpose became I.
Yep. Yep.
So
Because
was Brother Polite? Check this out, right? I wasn't raised to look at somebody just for what they appear to be. I was raised to check their works, right? Was Brother Polite fighting every day, screaming Pop name at the top of his lungs so that everybody that was able to see his face could know who Pop is and that people could get on board with helping to fight him out?
at one point he was.
And I'm like, see, that's the difference. So let's look at the run. How long you think Brother Polite run was?
14.
I'm talking about the run that everybody know Brother Polite to be this famous, you know what I'm saying, conscious nigga. How long you think that run was, Moody?
I don't know. I stopped watching him after Breakfast Club. I stopped caring.
Okay. How long ago was that?
Because let me tell you, when he was living in Bushwick, he was all about my father.
But he wasn't famous.
That's my
He didn't
point.
have no major platform.
I remember when Polite used to talk about how nasty the Kardashian girls was, but then he was seen years later with pictures with them. So to me, I just don't believe in that hypocrisy. That's just not what I roll with. So to me, I'm not entertained by clowns, to me.
So you do understand what I'm asking, right? I'm asking.
No, I get what you're saying, but I'm also telling you there was a point that he was gun-ho for Pops, because I remember, and I'm going to tell honest truth, I walked up in his room and he had stacks of Pop books to the ceiling, reading Pop's books, everyone dissecting them in and out. And then he used to read other books from Malcolm X to all kinds of other teachers. And I used to say, damn, he's a smart brother. He used to teach class. He used to do a whole bunch of that stuff. But then when people started requesting him and they wanted him is when his ego got big. And that's when he started denouncing Pops and started saying that he was doing his own books and he was doing his own stuff. I watched him print up books and have his wives sell them right there. They will glue them right on the front step and sell them to you right in your hand.
They all do the same thing.
Okay. Keyword. Denouncing Pops. Right? Playing Pops down to put itself up. He's the man now. They started crediting him for Nuapu, the language. Nuapic. Look at what I'm telling you. If you check the track record of Faise One, the moment he hit the internet, the first song you see is a song when he's 10 years old. And the lyrics of the song are saying, we got FBI agents in this tribe. The truth is going to come out one day. We're going to fight until Pops is free. Okay, that's Nuwabian Boys. Faise One was 10 years old. He was Omari. All right, now Faise One is 25 years old. 15 years later, he's still saying the same thing, except he got way more people listening. Let people know that 21 Savage. So let's get this clear, right? When you say the I and I thing, right? Or people saying I, making it about them. People put these niggas on pedestals. They didn't just make it about themselves. People made it about them niggas. They raised them niggas up. And them niggas got the big head and they step out of the light. The ones
Well,
who come through
well,
and
hold on.
the ones who come through.
I know Shea personally. He's not. It's not that he's not conscious. Pop specifically asked people to not put themselves out there for certain purposes. So
I
21 was a
don't,
kid
yeah,
that Shea was a kid that grew up in the tag.
yeah,
He wasn't, and then after that, he went and he was raised in the South in the streets.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So he does have a lot of the streets when he was there. He didn't live on the land for a very long time. His mom moved out after a while and she went and got,
Yeah, she
went
was
out to the world and
there long
started
enough
getting a
because
job.
yeah,
Yeah.
so check this out. You listened to Letter to 21 Savage?
Um no, I brought an
No.
album. I don't really listen to rap. I'm not a
No,
big
I mean Letter to 21 Savage, the song I got.
No, I've never heard that.
So
I'm not big on
here
social
go
media. I'm being honest.
so here go the thing. That's where a lot of people found out about it from. I didn't slight them. However, I did ask how you end up on the side of the beast to pose that question because I know where you came from. I've been in the streets too. Right, knowledge follows you wherever you go, Moody. It's sitting right
I mean,
there on your
he's
shoulder.
very. I think if you have a sit down conversation with the man, he's very knowledgeable.
I
I
know
don't
that.
think he's denounced
That's why.
or he's
Look,
not.
my thing
He's
is
not one
this.
of those people that need to. First of all, he's not. I'm gonna be honest with you. 21 is 21. There's nothing really to discuss about him. He's done his career. He is who he is. But when we're talking about Pops, because that's mainly what the topic is about. It's not about none of us. It's not about you. It's not about Taaba Jet. It's not about Uma. It's not even about me. It's not about Sun Ra. We literally need to collectively come together to understand that we're working to on one behalf and
Okay,
forget all
so
this
then
other
watch this,
stuff.
Moody. Watch this. Here's what you could do. You could get in contact with Shea and ask that he start to put finances or money
He doesn't
behind
have to
helping
do
Pops.
anything. I don't. First of
Okay,
all,
so here go
I don't
my holler,
people
right? Here go my whole
see. But
holler.
the thing is
That's a
this. The thing
famous
is
nigga
this.
right there.
He
That's
doesn't
a nigga
have
who
to.
came up with
That's a
that.
grown. That's a grown
But
man.
he's
If he wanted to
still,
donate,
bro. What's the difference between him and Brother Polite?
okay. But who? The difference between him and Brother Polite?
Yeah, what's the difference between? Don't we both know them
I don't.
names?
I don't think
The,
you should even use that comparison.
I can say the difference between him and Brother Polite is, 21 Savage didn't take the time out to try to kill one of his kids.
Well, I'm not
What is the
taking it personal,
difference
but
between
21,
21 Savage
21
as
was
a
the.
famous
Well, I
person
literally
who
just
has the
gave you an
ability
answer.
to help your
Wait, but he
father?
was
Is it
21
not
he was a
about
Savage,
young
helping to
child.
clear Pop's name?
21
Does
Savage,
He was a
21
21
young
Savage
Savage.
child.
not have a major platform that can help to clear Pop's name? If he told 21 of them to stay out of it, all right, okay, I should have stayed out of it then.
I've not. No, I'm just saying. For
But there was a
example,
lot of celebrities who
I don't
spoke on
see
Pops
21
before.
Savage
I'm
So
not talking
anywhere.
about speaking on Pops. What the hell? Farrakhan spoke on Pops. We're
and so,
talking about clearing his name, correct? Then nobody get a pass. Simple. Everybody can participate. And if they choose not to, it shows. What
but
are you talking
my
about?
thing.
Same way somebody told me, don't write the letter, that's family. I'm family. When do family check family then? And it's not also only about me writing no letter to 21 Savage to talk to 21 Savage. No,
But what does he
the
have to
world
do
didn't
with
know
it?
that 21 Savage was associated with it. So guess what
I mean,
happened? People
it did
go,
it. It wasn't really necessary because his mother was a more associated. He
yo,
was
by
a
a show
kid.
of emojis, everybody that's on this live, by a show of emoji, you can just put one emoji. How many of you didn't know who Dr. Melakazi York was before you found Phase One? By a show of emojis. Because Moody, it may not mean anything to you. But remember,
No, we're well.
there's a whole world out
I
here
think we're all
that
very
doesn't
clear
know
that these are your
who
fans.
Pops
We're very
is.
clear,
Like, but they know who 21 Savage is.
right?
So when they go and look 21 Savage, not only do they find Pop attached to that, they also be like, wait a minute. It's one of the main orchestrators and propagators of the drill culture that was associated with the same right now the stuff Phase One is talking about, and everybody think he the only one who came from it.
Okay, but you're talking about people from India, Irie, Erica
I
Badu. You're
do.
talking about other
Your
celebrities who.
Michelle
generation of
DeBarge.
people in
But
India,
that,
Ari
but
ain't
that's
saying
what.
Yo,
But
shit.
that's what I'm.
She ain't
Hold up.
telling
But that's what I'm
nobody.
saying.
She
But
ain't out here.
even. But
half
even
of the
then,
half,
when
the
they
whole
wanted
bag
to
of
help, Pop
production,
specifically told them to focus on their careers, do what they're
their
doing.
careers.
So I
Okay,
don't know.
then okay, well then
That's what I'm
watch this.
saying.
If India Ari, you don't I didn't write no letter to India Ari. Did he tell 21 Savage to focus on his career?
I don't think he's spoken to
Not
Shea.
21 Savage was a kid.
He was
Okay,
literally
here go my
a
point. Do
kid
y'all
when
realize what we're
he came
contesting at
here.
this
He
moment?
was a
We're
kid.
contesting the fact that more people are finding out about this
But
because of these types of moves.
Right. We're
So then
very aware of
help
that.
that.
That's why we gave you, that's why, like Moody said
but
earlier,
for
he gave everybody their stripes. Nobody's
No,
taking away
listen.
from the
Okay,
fact that
okay,
you
well, okay.
definitely did.
I'm gonna try
No
to keep it
one's
together.
taking, look, this is the thing. No one's taking away from the fact that we do see you putting out work. No one's taking that away at all.
Oh my. Okay, I'm trying to keep my energy contained with this because it's one thing to like live your own individual life. It's another thing to be trying to show people what the hell can be done, and they still don't understand. I just did a little test. It's probably way more people on this live than the numbers they're showing you, right? I did a little test. I said, by show of emojis, how many people, da, 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 da. Okay, they started to comment, okay? If you go on my page and you look at the letter to 21 Savage, you will see damn near 700,000 views, okay? This conversation about we need to clear his name, we need to get the conspiracy finished, we need more people to find out, that conversation is being had already on the mainstream level now, and I'm the one pushing it. So instead of looking at it like I'm trying to make myself be the center of it, look at what I've already done and say, okay, when it comes to that, we can get behind Faise because let's say, Uma, you got something that needs to be put out. You got documentation or whatever. We can put that in music. We can put that in the teachings. We can push it out. And here's what I specialize in. I specialize in making it be that the masses consider the table too, not just the motherfuckers who already know who Jacob York is, who already know about Charles Ashley Royal, who already know about Brunswick. No, there's a whole world that doesn't know. So if we're talking about people like 21 Savage, the truth in the matter is, regardless of whatever the hell people want to say, he could help them. He's not only in a position with the platform, right? He's also in a position financially to help. Uma, why the hell are you trying to get a lawyer? Not saying you can't afford it. I hope you don't take that the wrong way. Why is anybody ever trying to get money to do anything for Pops when we got all of these celebrities, all of these people who have the platform? So here's the answer. They don't care. So then guess what happens? One of us gets through. Look at his track. Let's check. Let's pull Faise One record. Let's pull his
So,
file. We gonna
so
check you,
did,
nigga. We gonna see if you ever roll. We gonna see if you ever flipped or slipped or flip
let me
flop.
ask you, let me ask you a
Let me
question.
get this last piece out. It's important
Jesus.
because we can see that he ain't never flip flop. Maybe, just maybe, he's gunning for that position to be able to do the same thing. There's not a single person that cannot be helped when we have the finances, the resources, and the platform in order. And I'm going for that position for that reason. Do you get what I'm explaining to you?
Mm-hmm. So, in regards to somebody like 21 Savage, who has, like you said, a huge platform, and as you said, the finances, to do, whatever needs to be done, or however, or even just to help. I'm not sure if you noticed right before he started doing the youth development stuff, because he started doing youth development. And when he started doing youth development, helping his community, that's when they found out that he was in here legally.
So
So,
you mean basically, watch this. Basically, same thing I said in the letter to 21 Savage, that they came for him after not only that, he started to speak about the Flint situation, all of that. He started using his platform. That's called persecution of the righteous. Do you know that that will happen? Do you know that I get persecuted every day? Let me give you an example. I am isolated, ostracized in my own city because multiple people have put hits out on me, right? I can't go. You see how you can go out, get a bite to eat, go to the mall? I can't do that. I don't have that luxury. If I play like I don't know that persecution of the righteous is a real thing, I lose my life. Okay. Where are the damn soldiers who know that that's what comes with it? Do you see the
well,
laughing, the dude right there who won't even say his own father's name? Is a joke to him. But he can walk around hunky-dory, use his father's name to get in people's panties and all of that. Life is good for him. He will never understand what that means to actually fight. When he put out a whole video saying he won't say his dad's name because it's going to get him blackmail, which the word is blackballed. But he said blackmail. He told 19 Keys, don't say Pop's name. What do we got to say for Opmos, who is telling people don't clear his name? And he's saying when we clear his name, then he going to say his father's name. That's not a soldier. That's a coward. That's a
That's a
coward.
fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
I feel like this
That's
conversation is going all over the place. I'm so lost. Um. Okay. Yeah. I don't. I'm
It's the
lost.
same thing.
Okay. Are we?
It's the same thing.
so.
You
And
said Pop
Are
need
we
his
talking
name
about?
cleared.
and I was
We're
gonna
already in the
say,
process of doing that. And I'm saying there are people who y'all know who you can hold accountable too. And if I'm not able to reach these people, you don't think I can reach them a certain way, then you reach them. If you know these people personally, you
But
reach out to them
but
the
let me.
way that
But
you
let
would
me.
know they
Wait.
would respond.
But let
You
me
get what I'm
ask you.
saying?
So, so why are you assuming that no one has made contact already?
I'm not.
I mean,
Have you?
the way you're responding is that you.
Okay,
I
that's
mean, what that's what
irrelevant,
I'm saying.
isn't it? Have you
But
made
that,
contact?
what I'm asking you, does it matter?
Yes. Have you made contact?
Why are you looking for 21 or Ahmo
I'm
specifically?
not. So here go the thing. Atmos is
Okay,
not a
see,
soldier. We already went over that.
see, I'm one of
21
those people.
Savage is a
If you have
famous person. I'm giving
questions,
you the game. 21 Savage is a famous person. Boom. People type his name in. They find Phase One letter to 21 Savage. They find everything that's going on with Pops, and they find that 21 Savage, somebody as big as him, was tied to it. All I'm saying is don't just believe what I'm saying. Go to the comments. Look at how many people are just out in the world that never knew about who Dr. York was, and they found out through that type of strategy. That's why it matters. If the stars don't want to stand up and use their power, well, then you pull from the star power to get it done.
you ever read Dr. York versus the Internet?
Dr. York versus the Computer is one of my favorite books.
Okay, well, then when you see that, then that pretty much should explain a lot when you read that book, because it should give you a really good understanding of how the entertainment world is kind of seen. So that's why I said I think the way you're viewing it, you view Pops in one light, but the people in the music industry view him in a different light.
What do you mean by that, Moody? What do you mean by that?
Because a lot of people don't understand, he was a big producer and he did a lot of things back in the day. So people in the music industry know him for his alcohol, like just like what Phase One was saying. People, how you respect people for what they have done.
Right.
So when he had a recording studio and stuff like that, some people, they never stopped. They didn't follow after he went into the religious and went into the they didn't follow that. They just stuck with the Dr. York that they knew from the music industry. So
yeah,
when
they
you
love
have
music.
people like 21 Savage, right,
Mm.
who comes in as a child, he had to be, I'd say he had to be like, what, seven, maybe seven, 6 or 7 when he came. He was missing teeth when he came. So, he was young. So I don't really expect him to kind of, as a grown man with children and has worked in his career, I don't expect him to jump up and just say, oh, hey, I'm going to go use my platform for that, because Pop's already explained, when you have a certain light like that, or when people are viewing you, they're going to come for you. And some people are not built like Phase One explains, he's built for it. Some
Yeah,
people are not
but
built for
niggas be built to kill their own people. Niggas be built to put music out that promotes them killing it. Cowards. My thing is this: if you a soldier for the beast, with ain't nobody gonna question you. If you help promote the organizations that are renegaded in the communities, nobody gonna question that. Nobody gonna ask you whether or not you a stand-up guy. Everybody gonna salute you for getting money and taking care of your kids. But
well,
when it comes
what
down
I'm
to
gonna
real war,
but
like
this
the
but
war
this
that says
seems like a
you ain't got to
question for
worry about the
him.
nigga down the block. All right, niggas is gangster, right? You ain't got to worry about the nigga down the block. When you step out in God's work, when you step out that way, now you got to worry about Shaitan, the dragon, literally fixating all of his resources to try to take you out. Did your father not encounter that?
Sure. People used to try to
Okay,
assassinate
so
him. We
just
used
the
to have a
same
whole
way your
bunch of stuff.
father encountered that, did he not tell us that when we
But you
took the
got to
walk of
realize
righteousness, we would encounter it too?
he knew the war that he was going up against. Some people are not
Okay,
built like that. Like I
so
said, that's just not
how
for
built?
everybody.
Listen, look what I just told you. 21 Savage is not no flunky. He from that cloth. How is he not built for war? When it come time for oppressing your own, everybody built. When it come time for helping the beast, everybody built. How is he not built like that? When his whole situation of promoting himself and pushing himself out was based on war and bloodshed. How can he speak for himself and say he's not built for this?
That's what I was just about to say. I think this is a question more that you need to ask him than asking us, because I don't feel like that's a like. I don't see why he's the topic right at this like present
Anybody
moment.
could be the topic, Moody. Learn it. Check this out.
I
21
get it.
Savage, he could help. He could help if he wanted to. That's my point. I'm not saying I'm expecting him to. I'm not saying he has to. We all know truth is truth, and the truth is this. He can help if he wants to. Jay-Z can help if he wants to. These people, Nas, can help if he wants to. So because we know that there's a possibility, a grand possibility, more so probability is likely that they will not help, well, then we don't say that it's useless for somebody to be a celebrity or to have fame or to have a position. When I remember your father literally saying that instead of just complaining about who has the positions, right, and who sold out, he said, how about you make it and don't sell out?
There was, there was that's you're right about that. And there was an artist, what's his name, Prodigy, who put himself out there. As a matter of fact, right before he died, as a matter of fact, he spoke about my father.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling
So
people.
so a lot of people also, I think, I understand the whole, everybody's tough guy thing and all that stuff, but some people, they put that image out there, but these people really be yellow back. You know what I'm saying? They really just be yellow back as hell. Let's be for real. You know what I'm saying? So this is an image that they putting out there. You talking about, and in regards to a lot of my brothers and sisters, yeah, they installed fear probably in them as well. Our brothers is being assassinated right in front of our face. So some people are a target and some people are not a target.
First of all, let me say, did you watch that? I'm gonna say it again. Did you watch that documentary?
You asking me just for clarity?
No, yeah. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay, when you watch it, did you notice that the man who wrote the book Ungodly, did you notice that he stated, "Oh, Dr. York has over 200 kids," which is he doesn't have 200 kids,
Mm-hmm.
it, but it's the fact that the people on the opposite end know very much who we are. The
Yes, very aware.
public didn't need to know. That's what my father didn't want out there, because a lot of these people, like you said, the same type of love you get, I've got hate mail, I've got things. Listen, I've got it. And when you have his face and when you've been around him, trust me, you get a lot of hate from the tribe and from people from the outside. But my thing is
Facts.
this: we have to, that comes with the territory. I understand that, but in the end, if we're sitting here working on a common goal, it don't matter what these people say, because a fist is stronger than a slap. So it's like, if we're gonna really fight, I get it. I respect what y'all doing, because I've told y'all I'm not a social media person. So I respect that y'all out there doing this. And if you get the fame and you do what you want, by all means, please do that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. But don't expect people to be like, oh, don't expect people anything from people. I don't expect Shea or any of these people, or India Irie or any of these people. Erica Badu wrote about him in a song. We appreciate that. Thank you. That, like, okay, that's it. Those are those minimal things to some people, but those are astronomical things to others. So I'm just, I just feel like you can't rely on these people just because they have the platform. He got this, he got that. He's gonna write a song and be like, oh yeah, yeah. No, I don't expect it. I'm not asking him to. But the people that do care, please stand up. That's it. Even like, let's be real. Because in the end, they're gonna find out. They're gonna find out what they want to find out. Other people put that out there, and to me, he was a kid. It didn't really matter, because he was raised majority in Georgia than he was really on the land.
Me too.
Yeah, and that's what. See,
And
but that's what I'm
I see
saying.
people
But you're
that are
taking
in the industry.
a cognitive choice to help and to give a damn. Some people
That's my
don't.
point. That's my
Yeah,
point.
but you
That's
see,
it.
that's why I say I respect what you do, and I keep saying that because I think a lot of people see that. That's the point why you have people watching at 100,000 views or liking your comments and stuff, because people appreciate for what you're doing. I feel like that's what
Okay,
social
so
media
look what
is
I'm saying,
for.
right? It's like this. I'm gonna keep saying it until it land home. Were you not the one who got on here and said what Pop need is for his name to be cleared and for the conspiracy to be wrapped up?
But isn't that what
Well, guess
you're
what
doing?
you can do with this type of not if you don't just make it about me, then you'll get what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Faise One is a entity created for this. We can use them. Do anybody am I is the thing? We can use him. So whatever it is that people need to know and need to help with, as long as there's clarity, do you understand that I'm saying we can get it done? That's why I came on here asking, yo, what's up with this? What's up with that? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to
Well,
get into nobody
what I
personal.
will let you know this, Faith. What I will say that Pops does know about all of y'all out here promoting him and talking
I'm
about him online. He
And,
knows
yeah,
and
about
he
look,
that.
I'm not
watching.
trying to be funny. I really want you to stop
And he's
doing that.
watching.
No,
For
He
the
watching.
sake of this
I'm
conversation,
really,
please
I'm really
stop
telling y'all
please
that
stop the
he
y'all
sees
thing
it very
and the
much.
please I just want you to for the sake of this conversation, stop with the y'all thing. I don't know about what everybody else, none of these people got going on, claiming this, claiming that. I don't know what they got going on.
And he watching.
It's not no y'all, right? What I'm saying is this is what is being done. This is how people are finding out. This is an avenue we can use. This nigga Faise One ain't going nowhere. He was born into this. I don't know nothing about no denouncing plot, whatever the hell. You will never see me in no Hollywood hotel party like Brother Polite talking about some. I've been waiting to do some Hollywood shit for no long time. I don't care about no Versace. I'm not trying to date no $2,000 female. I don't care nothing about what none of these people got going on. Right here, all on the table, pans down. Here's what we got. This is what we can do. This is what we can do. I said, what do he need help with right now? I don't care nothing about no memory lane. What he need help with right now? And if somebody got more information on that, that's who I'm trying to talk to. Y'all take whatever the family feud is on over there. I want him out, and that's it. If you ever met anybody who's not trying to be your father, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Everybody know. Once Pop get out what I say, oh, I'm awaiting further instructions. If he don't tell me to do nothing, you will not hear from me. Simple. I didn't want this. I wanted answers. Why, Umi? Why are they taking the land? Why did they nail this statue of Yahshua into the ground? Why they burn our books? Why they tore the pyramids down? Why, Umi? She can't even answer me. She's crying, holding my hand. That's all I know. Do you understand that I'm telling you? This is literally where my life started at. And then I get here. I don't know what none of these people got going on, bro. I'm telling you, people in the family saying they're not even finna fight. And all I knew from when I was standing there on that land, we weren't even supposed to be on there, hypothetically. We went back on there after they put that black bar in front of the land. We still went hypothetically back on there. And my Umi squeezing my hand. She can't even talk. All she can do is kneel down and scoop the dirt up and put it in the Ziploc bag. I don't understand any of this. All I know is I told my Umi right there at 5, 6 years old, I said, Umi, I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight. And here we are. I've been working to get here for this. I don't know what everybody got going on. I respect where everybody is coming from. I don't know how long y'all think he got, but I'm doing everything I can just to get people to see. Listen, he came to me in a dream, said, get them all together. I told you that, Uma. I told my Umi that. I told young Elder that. I told everybody I had a conversation with. I said, look, I don't know why he did that, but that's the dream. And nobody can play that game with me. I don't know what everybody else be talking about when they got dreams. Let me tell you something. When I was 7 years old, at my grandmother's house, my Yomi's house, I had a dream about Dr. York. He came from behind the backyard. He came from the backyard into the front yard wearing all white linen. I'm 7 years old. Let me show you how this conversation went. I said, Master Teacher. I didn't even say Dr. York Pops, none of that. That's what we called him. I called him the Master Teacher. And I was excited to see him. I'm 7. I said, Master Teacher, Master Teacher. He said, bro, back. And he walking like George Jefferson. He leaping with the little swag on into the street, down the driveway. I called after him, 7 years old. I said, I want to be just like you when I grow up. I want to be just like you. He stopped. He turned and looked at me and said, no, you don't. He said, you want to be like you. And he kept walking. That's not a dream that a 7-year-old has.
So wait, time out. So we're dreaming about Dr. York. What does that mean?
What does it mean when you dream about anything? I mean, come on, dog. Come on, dog. When you dream about anything, it is a spiritual message that you pay attention to. And then there's something called sleep incubation.
Can it be something else?
Like what? Like sleep incubation?
No, you're saying when we're dreaming, you're saying it could be one thing. Can it be something else?
I just said it was two. Yeah, that was two different things.
Okay.
When you're having a dream, you get a spiritual message. And then you have sleep incubation. And then you have Dr. Malachi York saying this himself. So please don't try to kick it with me. When he said, and we have our own time, he said, I'll come to you in dreams. He said, some of you, I'm already coming to you in dreams. He said, I'm making my business to touch certain people. I'm making my business not to touch certain people. He said, if I walk up on you, I put my hand on you. He said, I'm lining you up to be able to communicate psychically.
Okay.
Dr. York, that's almost verbatim. And I got to say almost because I don't really remember the last part. But anybody know me, I'm a verbatim what Pop said, right? So he come to people in dreams. Let me tell you how it works. Even if Dr. Malachi York is not projecting himself into your dream, just you dreaming about Dr. Malachi York, because of the amount of wisdom that he possesses as the frequency of a being that he is in this reality, when you dream of him, he's going to bring you wisdom. I've explained this to people. Same way if you dream about Michael Jackson, a nigga is going to dance or sing or something along them lines. It ain't going to be no normal dream. So to get them all together was the message. This ain't one of them things. I don't listen. I was there for Blog Talk Radio, Sonetta, YouTube, MySpace, nigga. MySpace. I remember sitting there on the floor watching my Umi navigate MySpace. I remember the chat rooms where they had a little Yahoo thing. I remember all of this. This is not that. This ain't me trying to figure out what my life is going to be and how I can use Pop name. This is, yo, I don't know everything there is to know about what's going on. All I know is what I know. If y'all got information that can help, then let's work. Let's put it, everybody put it on the table. That's all I'm concerned at, looking at, your information that you had that can help them. And then I take that and figure out a way to get more people involved. But every time we get around to that, we can't get no clear answers. Every time we get around to that, is everybody working in different directions for him. There's no commonality. And I think that's where his frustration was for all those times when he was on them phones and talking to them like, yo, I can't do nothing about this, that, and the third. Everybody just come together. That's what he was saying. So we say it, but then as soon as I say a name y'all don't like, it turned into World War III. You know what I mean? It is the same way for them. If I say a name that I said a name Tabitha Jet didn't like, that was her issue with me. So it's just real frustrating. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying I know what I'm feeling. I know what I'm hearing. We don't got a lot of time. And I'm just doing what I can. So if everybody is saying we need a documentary, then we need to get all them resources together to make that shit. Guess who can make a documentary like water, like it's like that? Guess who can do it? We can get that done. If it's a documentary, if y'all know celebrities, people like that, people with money, people with finances, if we need this, that, and the third, people need to start being able to
Wait,
come to that table.
who said a
Go ahead.
documentary? Who
Huh?
stated a documentary? Who stated a documentary?
We talked about it before. Uma said something about it. Doing a
Oh,
documentary.
okay.
putting more information about Pops out. Same thing you were just saying. Putting the information out, right? Here go my thing. I know that that's a part of it, but I'm wondering now, what did he need though? What does he personally need? And I'm trying to figure out who can get that information. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Look, here's what I know how to do. I know how to go viral, okay? I know how to take something and blow it out of proportion if necessary. I know how to do that. So anything that needs to be known, I'm telling y'all, if I'm not who I say I am, then test me. Well, I'm the only spirit that don't get tested. If I'm not who I say I am, then test me. See if I'm a hold up to what I'm saying. Yo, Faise, we need to get this information out. Da 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 da. Woo, 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 woo. I need you to don't go through Sunrise. No disrespect. Come to me. If it's something that need to
Okay,
be,
hold on, why they can't come to me?
because you, bro, you didn't get the shit to me, Sunrise.
But I'm saying, why they can't come to
Ain't
me
no
though?
but.
But I'm saying, who are you?
There's no but.
Who are
Who are you, bro? Who the fuck?
Faze? Who are you?
Don't go to Sunrise.
Faze, who are
Come
you?
to me.
Who are
You
you?
understand?
My
If there's
nigga,
something that
who
need
are
to,
you? My
if there's
nigga, who
something
are
that,
you?
if you
My nigga,
want to make
my nigga,
sure
hold on,
that whatever
hold on,
information,
hold on. Who are you, Faze?
if you want to make sure whatever information need to get out,
Hold on.
right?
Who are you?
And we don't do that,
Who are
you
you?
know. So we don't do that. It's
So
certain type of
who
people
are
that do that.
you?
We don't do that. Y'all know that because
Hey,
I
who
already
are?
answered it. I said he didn't get the information to me, did he? He didn't say no. I did because he didn't. So Uma, you went through an unreliable source. You didn't know that, but he didn't get the information to me. That was his job. He didn't do his job. You had one of them.
I didn't do my job.
You didn't get the information to me.
Faze, listen.
The end.
I was the only
The
nigga.
end. That's it.
Wait.
That's it.
Hold on.
You don't
Faye, listen.
have to take offense to that.
Faye,
I
listen.
would not have
I was
known
the
who you were,
only.
bro. Listen,
Time out. I was the only nigga that wanted to communicate with you.
I don't
Cause these
care,
niggas,
bro. I don't
hold on,
give a fuck if niggas text me.
wait. I'm not. Hold on. I'm not
Imagine
finished.
me giving a damn about
Hold on,
niggas texting my
I'm
phone, bro.
not. I'm not. Hold on. I'm not finished. I was the only nigga that wanted to communicate with you. These niggas don't
And
fuck
you
with that.
had one job and you didn't do that. And you didn't
Hold on.
communicate.
I'm not done. Not done. These niggas don't fuck with you.
What?
I'm the only nigga that wants to communicate with you. I tried to involve you. You see what I'm saying?
Who, bro? Do you understand that? I don't.
And then you want to act like a bitch and backstab me when I'm trying to keep you involved, like a
You
backstabber,
said act like a bitch.
like a
And you
little
know
bit,
what? For the sake, out of respect
like
for
a little bit, like a
like the
little bit.
community that
Go ahead,
you and Ellie chopping them in, I'm gonna let that be that.
But you won't act like a little bitch when
Mm.
I'm trying to include
Mm-hmm.
you. You see what I'm
Hey,
saying?
put your nails on the camera.
Like a little bitch.
Put your nails on the camera.
Fair enough. Like a little bitch.
Put your nails on the camera.
You see, acting like a little bitch.
Put your nails on the camera. Right,
Phase.
real quick. How much for your lace
Do you
front?
see how you acting like a little
Like real
bitch?
quick. How much for your lace front?
Phase. Do you see how you acting like a little
Because
bitch? And I'm the only
you
nigga.
understand that that
I'm the
would
only nigga
a
that's
real
trying to
nigga
keep
would
you.
never get offended by a nigga saying no shit like that.
I'm the only nigga that's
All
trying
we
to get
saying
you.
right now is put your fingers on
Fair,
the thing. Do the thing. Do
fair
the thing
enough.
like that.
Fair
And
enough.
stop kicking all this
I'm
androgynous shit, bro. Just be who you are.
fair,
NLE Chopper doing it.
fair enough.
Everybody, you
I'm
know,
the
I
only
fuck with
nigga.
movie. Be who you are, bro,
I'm the only
and then be
nigga.
like that, cause
Fair enough.
it ain't that. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So like I said, you don't
Keep
gotta go
insulting
through
me.
anybody.
Keep insulting me.
We
Go
can
ahead.
just come through me. Meaning, if y'all want to start testing whether or not we can get more of this information out to the masses,
And hold on. And
I know we can
check this
do
out,
it
y'all.
many ways.
And y'all check this out. I'm the only nigga that was trying to keep Faze involved. Look how you acting. I'm the only nigga that tried to keep
Bro,
Faze
everything
involved.
you saying sounds sweet as hell to me. I'm sorry.
It's all good, but look, I was the only nigga that tried to keep Faze involved. Look how you acting.
Listen,
Look how you
does
acting.
anybody
Look how
know
you
me?
acting.
I don't like niggas.
Fair
I don't like
enough.
being around niggas. I don't listen. I remember y'all being clicked up, buddy, all this other stuff. That don't have nothing to do with me. Y'all were more focused on whether or not y'all like each other, all right, than the well-being of Dr. Melakazi York.
No, I was trying to keep y'all together.
See,
I'm trying to keep y'all
I
together.
don't like how that sounds.
Fair enough.
I don't want to be together with men.
Fair, okay.
That's not my lifestyle. I'm not. I
Hey,
wasn't there when you saw
Faye.
me popping up at those events. I wasn't there to party, take my shirt off and swing it in a circle and dance to If I Was a Bad. That ain't my shit. I was there to see who the fuck niggas was. Who is this nigga? Who is that nigga? Let me see how you are in person. Oh, this Dr. Melakazi York birthday? Okay, then why is it a sexcapade? Why all these niggas out here kicking it, chilling in a mansion party? Where's Diddy at?
Nigga,
That's what I was there for.
I was in the room. I was in the room fucking a bitch. What are you talking about?
Exactly. On Dr.
What are you
Melikazi York
talking about?
celebration.
What you
During
talking about?
Dr. Melikazi York
Nigga, I
celebration.
spent the night, nigga. So you ain't, I'm not
Dr.
gonna fuck a bitch.
Melikazi York
Hold on.
celebration.
I'm not gonna fuck a bitch, and if she
Dr.
spend the night in my bed,
Melikazi York celebration.
who's not gonna fuck a bitch? He spend the night in your
Dr.
motherfucking bed.
Melikazi York celebration.
I fuck and
He
what?
would listen. You would not only have been put out of that building,
What are
you
you
would
Hold
a
have been
on.
worshiper?
Please,
exiled.
Hold on,
wait,
What are you a
wait, wait,
worshiper?
wait, wait. This
You
Hold
would
on.
have.
conversation is
Hold
wait, wait,
on.
wait,
You would have
wait,
been
Are
wait,
you a
wait,
exiled.
wait,
worshiper?
wait. Y'all on live. This conversation
Yeah,
is just
Moody.
going way.
It's all good.
This is
Faye,
going too far. This
Faye, are you
now
a
is
worshiper?
It's all
Hold on,
good.
this is too much.
Moody. Hold on, Moody.
Y'all
Faye, are you a
need to
worshiper?
chill on that one. Y'all
Faye,
It's
y'all
all
need to
good. You
squash
heard
that.
what he said, Moody. You
you a
heard what he
worshiper?
said on your dad's
You
birthday.
are you
When you know
that
that's a
you sound like
sacred,
a
you know that's
worshiper.
sacred.
Sacred.
You
He's a
wouldn't know
teacher.
that though.
He's not. He's a master teacher. Nigga, you're worshiping another man, and you call me gay. Talking about his birthday's sacred. I want to get on my knees, Dr. York, so I can suck it. Nigga, please. If Dr. York is gay, if I was Dr. York and I was gay, I would call you
Okay,
and say,
That
hold
sound.
Faye,
on, hold
come suck
on.
me up.
Just
You see?
look,
Come suck
look,
me
You
up.
see? You see?
look.
If
But
You
I
see?
this
was,
That
this
if
sound like
conversation,
that
Faye,
sound like a
if
song a
you
I'm
nigga
said
just
good.
let out.
Thank y'all. Good evening.
That sound like one of them songs a nigga just dropped. If I was a bad, yeah, it's the same lingo. You just started. Listen, if you go back and listen to this, you jammed out because I said they don't have to go through you. Simple. That's why you jammed out. Like I told y'all, that's what them niggas linked up for. Sex. It had nothing to do with Pops. He just revealed it. Had nothing to do with Pops.
Faye,
Yet I was the one.
are you a
Listen,
Faye?
I was the
Faye,
one
hold on,
who they said
Faye, hold
was
on,
the
wait,
nigga
hold on.
who was trying to
Faye,
do it. You see what I'm
hold
saying?
on,
You see how they came out?
wait, hold on,
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Do
hold
your
on,
thing.
Faye. I don't, I'm not a worshiper. I don't worship other men.
You're a
Hold
kafir.
on, another nigga birthday. I'm not gonna call another nigga. Oh, his birthday's sacred.
So then why were you there?
What?
Why were you there?
Because I was invited, my nigga.
Yeah, but why were you there?
I was invited.
For
Faze.
another man's birthday.
Faze. I was invited.
Yeah, why were you there though?
Faze. I was invited.
Yeah, you were invited, but why were you there?
Oh my God, Faze. I was
Because
invited.
everyone knows that that is not only somebody's birthday.
Who gives a
That's
fuck about a
you would
birthday? I want to fuck a bitch.
know. You would
I
know,
want to have sex. Who gives a
of
fuck about a
course.
motherfucking? Who
Wait,
gives a fuck about
hello.
another motherfucking birthday?
Okay, y'all heard
Yeah,
it.
I
That's what
was
they were there
gone.
for,
Let's
and that was not just him. That was all of
But
them.
Faye, seriously, my nigga, seriously. Who cares about another nigga birthday?
Oma,
Are you kidding?
Oma, real quick.
No, no,
I'm just
During
getting back
no.
real
here,
You
quick,
so
real quick,
want to
Oma.
deal with me?
Oh,
No,
let me
hold on.
talk to her real quick. I
Deal.
want to talk to the
Okay,
woman
I'll be
real quick,
quiet.
and I
Okay, I'll
actually
be
need to
quiet.
balance it out.
Fair enough. I'll be quiet.
let's.
Uma
I'm
is
just trying to find. I'm trying to
is
figure out what's going on now because I was gone for a minute
yeah.
and I'm
I
just.
mean, all I said was they don't have to go through him. He jammed out, right? I said you don't have to go through Sunra. You had a question for me. You had for a long time. Why I didn't post the stuff? I said I never got the information, but you sent it to him, right? I
I
remember
said
you.
no. I sent it to. I sent it to him. I
Mm-hmm.
sent it to all the emails that was given
And
to
I
me.
remember that conversation
And then
we
I
had.
contacted you about it,
Yep.
right?
Cap,
I didn't contact you about it,
Cap,
Faze.
you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Well,
I
he was the one that told me that you didn't want nothing to do with that.
See,
exactly. Stop
exactly,
lying. You're
exactly,
lying. Faze, you're
exactly.
lying. You got caught lying, my nigga. Go ahead.
I wish
You
I was
got caught
signed in on
lying.
another phone.
Go ahead, my nigga.
Go ahead, boo
You,
boo. That's what he doing. He don't want to
you
tell
got
y'all.
caught
That's what
lying.
he really doing.
No,
Go
see,
ahead,
now
boo
you're
boo.
insulting me.
So look, check this
You're
out.
insulting me because you got caught lying. But keep going.
This is what happened. Because
Keep
if
going.
anybody been paying attention, people who know the truth, we don't got no reason to forget it. What I said to Uma was I'm not going to the public meeting.
You just said I
Everybody
didn't
remembers
contact you.
it.
You just said I didn't
That's what I
contact
told
you.
this man.
You just said I
We
didn't
ain't going to the
contact
public
you.
meeting. He didn't get
Go
the
ahead.
information to me. My point is this. The reason why I didn't get the information, he didn't get it to me. And if you tried through the email, but you also remember telling me, you told him to tell me about the information. He never told me.
I did tell you,
And
Faze.
but he gonna flip. And let
Faze.
me tell y'all something. Liars don't remember when
I
they
told
talk.
you on IG.
Liars don't
I
remember when they
told
talk
you.
because
Hold on.
earlier in this live,
Go ahead.
I said, "Did you get the information to me?" He said, "But Faze, but Faze." I said, "No. Did you get the information to me? You didn't get the information to me." So now it went from he didn't get the information to me. He forgot he said it. Now he's saying he did.
Check your
Listen,
DMs go check your DMs. You don't remember that? You don't remember that?
you told me about the
You don't
meeting.
remember? Hold on. You don't me sending you a DM talking about Faze. There's a meeting. If you're interested, brother, come through. Cause I try to keep you
Is
in. I
anybody
try to
do
keep. Oh
anybody ears work? Y'all heard
wait.
me just say that, right?
Hold on. Listen. I try to keep you. Sunrod, try to keep you involved because these other niggas did not fuck with you.
You
But
keep
me, I
saying
said, you know
niggas,
what?
it making me nervous.
Hold on. Let me get this nigga involved. It's in your DMs. So stop lying for your followers, my nigga. Please.
I don't
That's
have
all I'm asking.
followers.
Stop lying for your followers, my nigga. Please.
So,
I know you only 25. Listen, I know you a young nigga, but stop doing that shit. Real shit.
but
Cause
everybody
I
else
actually
who
respect
paying
you.
attention, y'all remember what I just said, right?
Hold on. I actually respect you, so stop lying. Go
Y'all
ahead.
remember what I just said, right? Hey, get up, stand up, Sunrock. Remember what I just said, right? I said he told me about the meeting. Boom. I said I'm not doing the public. Please don't feel special. I don't go public no motherfucking where people gonna know I'm gonna be there. If I'm coming, you didn't know I was coming.
It wasn't public. It was a private meeting.
It was private.
Okay, where
Right.
we was gonna be at?
So
Where we gonna be at?
I told you that.
Where we gonna
See
be
now
at?
We were
you still
Well,
flexing.
we never got past everybody where everybody's location was or anything like that to be able
It
to
was
move forward. Once
private. It
people
was
told me,
private.
yeah, once people and to be honest with you, and I was planning on having it in my private location at my spot.
Right.
Um and then on top of that, it was so much back and forth between this one was arguing with that one,
Right, cause
and from what I heard,
Faye beefing with
it
all the
was
other
over
niggas.
a girl.
Right, beefing over pussy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
heard
no,
that
you
everybody
just
was
you just
arguing
exposed
over a
yourself, bro.
girl.
All y'all niggas is really some
And you
tender
niggas beefing
dick,
over pussy.
root chakra,
No,
But
vibrating
I'm trying to
individuals.
tell you
And
I'm
it's
trying to
like
tell you, this is
it's
what I was being
that's probably why
told.
y'all be experimenting. It's
I
just
was
what it
being
is.
told that the reason why everybody couldn't come together was because everybody was arguing over females. That's
Well,
what I
then
was
you should
being
exactly,
have
told.
asked me that
exactly,
what I'm saying. Okay, here go how we
exactly.
solve that for the future. Just talk to me. I don't need nobody to communicate
Faye,
for me.
nobody want to talk to you about
But I
nothing.
came on the live and I told
This
you,
is Faye. This is
Uma,
why
I'm
nobody.
not going because I don't do public events. So let me get this clear. What I mean by public is I'm leaving my house. And okay, let me give you an example. Z Fest 2023. One of the sisters, one of the Umis, reached out to me and said, we want you to perform. I said, I'll perform, but you cannot put my name on the flyer at the Z Fest. So I performed, but my name wasn't nowhere on the flyer or none of the events or none of that because I don't do that. So I didn't know none of the people who was supposed to be involved. I said, look, I told you to your ears that I'm not coming. So
Hmm.
anything else that would have needed to be relayed to me could have been relayed in that moment. But one of the things you did relay was that you asked him to get the information to me. The email thing, I didn't get that. So if you sent it to me, I still didn't get that. You understand? And if he needed to tell me, he didn't tell me that. That's all I'm saying. He told me about the meeting, but he did not tell me about any of the information about the recanted statements or none of that. If you know me, I would have been all over that immediately.
So Faye, why would I just say, hey Faye, come to a meeting and not tell you what's going on? You see what I'm saying? I don't know you like that, nigga. I don't know you like that. So why the fuck would I invite you to a meeting and not tell you what it's about?
I don't even know why you was sent to talk to me. I really just wish Uma would have known
That's
come to me.
it. That's because I thought all of y'all were,
Mm.
No, they
I
remember,
respect
they
it.
beefing.
I'm just a person walking in, not
Mm-hmm.
knowing who's
And
what,
these
Yeah.
not knowing
niggas is
what's going
beefing.
on. So
Uma,
I'm
these
just
niggas is
trying to put
beefing.
puzzle pieces together. I see
Mm-hmm.
y'all, from what I seen, it looked like y'all all were working together to
Right,
me,
and then these niggas
because I
started
seen a
beefing.
picture with all of y'all
Right.
together. You know what I'm saying? So that's
You saying
why
right like that wasn't a fucking
all of
kickback,
y'all
nigga.
were I assumed that all of y'all were, friends. That's what I assumed. I
And
didn't
I
know that this
understand.
whole thing was going on until,
Mm-hmm.
until I asked about the meeting, and then that's when I found out this one don't like this one, don't mess with this one, and that one don't mess. That's when I found
Right.
out about it. Other than that, I was just a person trying to put everybody together to figure out how can we come up with a solution to get things out there in regards to my father's name and clearing his
And I
name.
respect
Eh,
that. So then let me show you
Wait,
what
wait,
happened.
hold on. And that's how, hold
Some
on. That's how
people
I felt. Hold on.
people
Wait. Hold
it's
on.
two
That's
different
how I
types
felt
of
too. Wait. Hold
gatekeepers.
on. Hold on. Hold on.
It's
Hold
a
on.
gatekeeper
That,
that's going to protect the information, and it's a gatekeeper to make sure the shit don't get to where it's supposed to
Give me
get
one
to.
second. Give me 1 second. One
And
second.
that's what one
Give
of
me
them is
one
doing right
second. Give
now.
me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll be quiet. I promise. That's how I felt too, Uma. I tried to bring niggas together. Phase don't like Life Wave, almost all that. So that shit was dead. You know what I'm saying? Phase beefing with everybody, obviously, right? So we couldn't be this nigga together. But go ahead, Phase.
You, nobody
I'll be quiet.
nobody would have needed me. The shit would have still been done. Why did it have to go through Young Elder to be done? If all y'all niggas didn't listen, if I was the problem and I was the one who needed to be weeded out, then she wouldn't have had to wait to go through Young Elder to get the shit up. One of y'all niggas would have helped her. Fuck up. No, it's the one he had a problem with. Who, as soon as you told
Well,
me, Uma, what was going on, what I do, I hit up Young Elder. He came on the live. I said, yo, she trying to do a show. And remember, you was like, Young Elder ducked you. He didn't respond to the message. We got
yeah,
all that
no,
cleared up.
I wasn't trying to do a
30
show. I
seconds,
was
we
trying
got
to
that
give
cleared
him
up, right?
information to put out there. That's what I was trying to do, because I realized that he was using so much of my father's
Yeah,
symbols
yeah.
and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Yeah,
that.
do you
Elder.
get what
So
I
Yeah,
I
just
was like,
said?
right,
let me.
right.
I said, since it looked like, he obviously gravitates towards, people that, deal with right knowledge, right wisdom, and right understanding. I was like, maybe he's somebody that I should give this information to push it out there, and
Right.
not for nothing, but as soon as he got that information, he threw it out there. So I gotta respect
Okay,
him for,
so watch this. Watch
what
this.
he did.
Look,
I shook. I shook.
was Young Elder involved in the private meeting or any of that when you was talking about getting the information
No,
to me?
I didn't
So then
know,
check
and
what I'm saying.
no, not at all.
Check what I'm saying.
Mm-mm.
So as soon as I found out about it, what I do, we got Young Elder involved. We cleared that up. 30 seconds, you was on the show. If these niggas saying that I was the problem and I'm beefing with everybody, why they didn't help? If I was the one who just needed to be weeded out because I'm mad about some female, whatever the fuck their narrative would have been spent or spun, then why, after I was weeded out, the distraction that needed to be gone because he beefing with everybody, why them niggas didn't help you? Come on.
I mean, all of them have their own personal thing, and in regards to and in regards to Sun Ra, I mean, we've had the discussion with him. Like, I've asked him how long has he been around. He told me that he was new, that he was just getting into the
Right.
knowledge, into, learning about pops and all of that. So I couldn't really tell him, yo, use your platform to get him out, because after listening to after listening and learning about him, I was like, okay, he's new. He's not somebody that was raised in the community and know all of what is going on. You know what I mean? So I couldn't really just put him out there. I couldn't force him to do something. I
Yeah,
tried.
he wasn't the only one.
I mean, and he's definitely put me on his platform several times where we just sit here and talk about, just teaching, just basic teachings. And I feel like, to me, that's him just giving me a platform to be heard, I guess. You know what I mean? In some way, some shape or form. So I could just respect everybody for what, they have done. I can't, I don't have no ill intent towards anybody. I'm not coming at nobody or nothing. I'm just speaking what it is, you know. And in regards to Young Elder, I once again, I didn't know much about Young Elder at all. um Actually, there was a brother named Marie Cuffy, or he contacted me on my Facebook and told me to give that information to Young Elder. I still have my messages with him.
You weren't talking about just recanted statement though, right? You were talking about the land grab, all that.
Yeah, no, the land grab was afterwards. I was mostly talking about the recanted statement.
But
The
yeah, when you
land
went on,
grab.
no, I'm saying when you went to Young Elder, you weren't just talking about no recanted.
No,
You
no,
went
we spoke about
deeper.
the recanted statement, and the correlation of the people who recanted their statements and how their families committed fraud in regards to the land grab dealing with my dad. I was
Okay.
I was showing the conflict of interest of the people that claim to have went through some trauma, and how their parents were illegally signing documents to steal property. So it was kind of connected. So basically, the recanted statement was a connection to the land grab.
My whole holler is, as soon as I found out, I moved on it.
That's how
That's the answer.
that's actually how I got in touch with what's his name, the other one, the other brother. uh Dang, why am I not saying his name's not coming up. Rod Hayes. That's how I got in touch with Rod Hayes, also through the same brother. That same brother, he made sure that
Chief
we actually
Pontiac.
had a three-way conversation also before I was able to get in touch with Young Elder because Rod Hayes was the one that was telling me that, you know, you should be pushing that out over
Right.
there, or you should be, because to be honest with you, I wasn't talking to hardly anybody, you know. I'm still just a small person. As y'all see, I don't have that much followers or anything like that, and I'm not, you know, so I'm just doing me over here. So when I'm talking to these people, I'm looking at people that I'm assuming are all connected, that they all know each other, that these are all people that are in the organization or, you know, deal with one another. I did not know that there was such a big segregation. I had no clue until I'm learning this and I'm seeing it now, you know. So other than that, I didn't know. Or and honestly, it makes me feel kind of bad because you know, the fact that I wasn't in the loop of, well, no, I don't feel bad for
Well, I
not
try to
being
tell
in
you.
that loop.
I try to tell you, Uma. I try to tell you. I try to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know as much as well, to be honest. I didn't know Faye was beefing so hard with life or not. I didn't know that. So it's also
Um.
my fault too. You know
So
what I'm saying?
again, they didn't want me there because I was keeping Pop birthday sacred,
They
and
they didn't
he
want
just
you there
came out.
because you was keeping it
Yeah,
sacred.
I was reminding people of all the shit we do for
Mm-hmm.
that celebration, right?
Yeah.
But all them niggas was concerned about was going in whichever one of the rooms they was gonna go in to have
That's
sex.
it's not true, Faze. It's not
That's
true.
all niggas
I said
was
that. Hold
concerned
on,
about.
Faze. That's
You
not
don't just
true. I said that.
walk up to no
Wait,
female
hold
and
on,
be like,
Faze.
hey,
Hold
listen,
on, Faze.
you don't hold on. You don't just walk up to no female at a conscious community event and be like, hey, let's go have sex. And you just wander off. No, niggas was hawking down, niggas was choosing and picking, and then at
Faze.
the end of the
It was,
shadow,
but it
that's
was a
what niggas was
party.
on. He
Faze.
just said it though. He
But
just
listen,
said it though. And this
listen.
is
It was a
on
Faze. It was a
Pop's,
party.
excuse me, can I talk to her? This is on Pop's birthday celebration. When I was speaking of Life Wave and them, it was all about business. Everything was about business. Yo, we're gonna do this cartoon for the children. You do the herbs.
Fuck,
Okay.
I like.
You know a lot more about that shit. This all right, boom. You doing this, you doing that. We're gonna make sure that people get this information out. Hey, I'm gonna work with this one of your peoples. All right, I'm gonna work with her. We're gonna make sure people get the language. We're gonna make people sure people did this. Same thing I was saying to her, I was saying to Lifewave. That's what that was about. All of that
Mm.
was about that. So they keep, I don't know why they keep trying to spin it. I don't know why it's important for them to maintain that I'm beefing with everybody. No, here's what it is. Same way you see how I'm showing up here like this, I show up like that in real life. This ain't no gimmick. You know what I'm saying? How I'm showing up here, I show up like this in real life. I'm big. I might not be no tall ass nigga, but I'm big in person. I'm big. And when I'm talking and speaking, it carries. And they try to kick it like I was just talking and people was talking. Listen, he may not remember, but even Manessa, the Finessa or Lifewave, was literally saying, y'all gather around. We can't lose with him. Y'all come hear him. Come hear him talk. Lifewave got all them people to stand there at the whatever park was at West End Park. He told all them to gather around to hear me talk before we went to the hotel. I think it was the Hilton across from the Spun Divots. I was invited by Lifewave to go. So for all these people, again, that's why I was like, damn, where everybody discernment at? If I was such a problem, then why was everybody pulling me? You know what I'm saying? Saying, hey, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go there, until the situation happened with the 5D dude who was upset. That's the thing. Did y'all ever take into consideration that for this brother Faise One to be holding this and telling you the same thing over and over for 2 years? Did you ever take into consideration that that nigga lied to y'all? No, you don't want to. But anybody who was there, included Lightweight, remember when I came down them steps, because I separated myself from everybody that first day because it was too much amber light. I went upstairs.
You know,
I literally, listen,
it's
all
just
this shit.
during that time, I was pretty much talking to, I think, everybody slowly but surely. I think me and you we were just on social media conversating,
Yeah, I didn't
but
really know much about you.
yeah, yeah, you didn't. I understand. You only knew me from Clubhouse, and that's pretty much it. Um, and everybody else, they pretty much gave me their personal information, so I was able to contact them directly, give them certain information. During
Mm-hmm.
this time, as a matter of fact, I was also speaking to my brother Ahmos, and it just, to me, it was just, you know, listening from different people's perspective, everybody was saying the same thing, and I was just
Yes,
like,
yeah.
okay.
And you know how they go?
Uh,
Nikki Lopez did that. Tariq Noel did that. Barbara Noel did that. Abiba Washington did that. Farashi Muhammad did that. A lot of people did that. They
did
had a
what?
story together,
Okay.
and then you would swear up and down. Damn. The reason I'm telling you this
Mm-hmm.
is I was about to say it. I separated it was a sister that I can't remember her name, but she came and she had on an all red dress. Soon as I walked in the building, I was going straight to Nicole. Me and Nicole matched. We both was, I literally talked to her before coming to the building. And I said to her what the business was going to be, right? I literally walked up to go toward Nicole. I was usurped by whoever this random female was with the red on. And she tried to usher me over to have a seat with her. She's like, y'all been waiting to talk to you, da 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 da. And it went from her to everybody in my face. And I'm just
Mm.
trying to talk, answer questions. Somewhere I was right there. We at the island. I'm talking, answer questions, da 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 da, while still trying to talk to Nikki about the business that's going on. I remember when Sunrise recorded a video, all right, and he put few people on the camera. Nikki was sitting to my right. I'm sitting to her left. Sunrise was standing to her right. I said, look, I said, you see how that happened? I'm showing her little things while still trying to entertain all these folks who talking to me at one damn time. What I do? I wound up just getting up. I went upstairs. I took my gun out. I put my gun on my right, my clip on my left. I stretched out like I was on the cross. Yes, Uma, I'm talking directly to you. I
I'm
stretched out
listening.
like I was on the cross. Guess guess the voice that came into my astral projection, because I astral projected out of my body and I was floating down the stairs, right? There was 7 people sitting in the living room,
Right. Gossiping,
right?
gossip.
There was 7 people sitting in the living room. I didn't hear them saying nothing, but I heard a voice that said false accusations. False, it was almost singing it. You know who voice that was? Singing it. False accusations. False. I'm like, what? And then I came back to my body. I come downstairs. And everybody's gone. The noise is gone. Except guess who? 7 people. Among Lifewave and some other people was there. And as soon as I'm coming down the stairs, they're like, yo, we thought you was gone. Right? I'm like, nah, I'm still kind of, you come back from travels, your vibrations is like high. You know what I mean? You feel
Mm-hmm.
like you held your breath for a long time and you spaced
Mm-hmm.
out a little bit. So I'm still kind of trying to get it together. And I'm looking around. I'm like, I said, yo, I just had a vision. I said, a vision. I said, they
Mm.
said it was false accusations. The tribe, it was something else I got from the travel. The tribe was going to listen to, this was literally the tribe. They said tribe was going to listen
Wait,
to
wait,
the jab.
were you on
No,
shrooms
I
when
don't
you doing that?
do none of that. I
Okay.
don't do no shrooms, none of that. Right? They said, yo, the tribe is going to listen to who the jow was the word, the jow. They were going to listen to the jow, and they're not going to listen to you. So I went down there and told Lifewave and them that. I said, yo, I just had a vision. I told them what it was. I said, like, false accusations, false accusations. And then everybody just stopped. Like they were just frozen for a little bit. And they started looking at each other. I cracked a joke. I like, nah, but you know how that shit go. I let that shit slide. I like, nah, you know how that shit go. Cracked the joke and kept going. Point being, I was already put on notice about the fact that there was going to be some false accusations. I didn't know what it was going to be, to what extent, none of that. But it all panned out. That whole 3-day, I think it was a weekend, going into, I think it went into a Monday. That whole 3-day period, things being revealed to me about who doing what, how certain shit moving, names of people, who are these foreigners, I don't know these people, da 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 da. I'm investigating, I'm on duty, and I'm watching everybody. So nobody ever, except 5D, let off with there, except I can say Atmos only because he isolated himself from me. That I didn't really take nothing to it. I just thought, okay, that's different, because in those other times, him and the dude he was with was his stepfather. Like first time I met his stepfather, he was like, yo, I salute what you did. I heard you on Clubhouse, the same Clubhouse you was on, Uma, when they did that big room.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, I salute how you standing for Pops. This is how people were introducing themselves to me. But I didn't know Atmos. He said he unfollowed me because he was trying to talk to whoever the girl is. And I didn't know that. So 30 days had passed. I'm still supporting Atmos. I'm still saluting